As help, we think we know the way down to level 3. It's currently blocked. Apparently there was some sort of avalanche that has trapped Adrastery up here. You might be able to get past it, particularly creative as you are. But you've got other priorities now. You've managed to slay a young red dragon, and during the butchering process, or during the examination process, rather, you haven't butchered it yet. You discover the presence of an egg within the womb, within the. I don't know what reptiles have. I'm not sure.
Cloacas.
Yeah, cloacas is the entrance. That's like the vaginal entrance, whereas only humans have wombs. All mammals have uteruses, but do reptiles have uteruses? I don't know.
I thought cloacas were entry and exit.
Yeah, they are, but like the vagina's not the womb, is it? You know what I mean?
Right, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like to specify, you put your hand up the cloaca and have a bit of a touch. Anyway.
Aldrich, what are you doing?
There are several dragon skeletons hanging around out off the roof and kind of watching.
Well, it would help if Ash was here at the start. Are we handling the egg here or back at the Goblin Mine?
Well,
what's
liable to get damaged inside the body if we drag it?
I mean, it didn't get damaged during the fight.
I think it's safer inside rather than outside. Take it out later. Leave it in the corpse. It's naturally meant to be there, so we can leave it there until until it needs to come out.
Yeah. Also, I'm not sure if you might want to check Ash's character sheet to just see if she had the spell prepared or not, Arctic, but I think she said that she had Gentle Repose prepared normally. Prepared?
It's an always prepared spell for spore druids.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, she said she'd cast that on the corpse before we rested.
Does it have is it like there's no size limit, is there? Does it have to be a medium corpse?
I'll check, but there shouldn't be. But just so that'll stop the corpse from decomposing, deteriorating.
Yeah, that'll stay fractions. The
Doesn't
moment
give us size, just
excellent
corpse or other remains.
Oh, cool.
So when we do decide to pull it apart, it'll be as good as new, like we just slaughtered it 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Alright. Not still warm though.
Yeah, it will be still warm because that's part of the this stops the blood from coagulating.
Yeah, I mean,
like being frozen in time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's a good spell for necrophiliacs.
It is. It's the best spell for necrophiliacs, unless you're one of those necrophiliacs that likes them cold.
Nothing like a bigger rigor mortis in the morning, hey?
Exactly. It's called rigor for a reason.
Alright, so...
Well, before we get stuck into that conversation, why don't we...
Get stuck into it, eh?
Yeah.
Because it's frozen, eh?
Let's start moving this body.
Alright, so who's becoming the apes?
Well, two things here. Do we want to do one or two? I mean, because how the quarters are pretty close, we'll be half speed anyway. It might be better to just do one and drag it.
Well, it depends. Do we want expediency or... I mean, if we're in no rush, one would be fine, right?
I'm just thinking it's best that we both don't use such high-level magic right from the get-go.
No, I agree. That's fine. I'm happy doing it. If you'd like to just stay in your human form.
Well, furthermore, I don't particularly want to be casting polymorph on either of us because it means you'll be effectively losing half your intellect. Not to mention, if combat does happen, getting struck while in that form could mean the form goes away. So I'm thinking we cast it on one of them.
Hey, Zevram, come here.
What?
Just come over here. I got something to show you.
Alright.
Do you trust me?
Zevram, he's going to cast some magic on you, and then you're going to carry the dragon corpse for everyone, alright?
I can't carry that. Look how big it is.
Now, not yet, you can't, but soon. Now, this might feel a little uncomfortable. And if you don't want me to do this, you say so and I won't, and I'll ask someone else.
I mean, if we need to do it, then alright, as long as it's not permanent.
No, it won't be permanent. It's about an hour, I think it is. Top of my head. Anyway, here, look. You see this cocoon?
Yes.
As I present the cocoon, polymorph Zevram to a giant ape.
Okay.
Your thought process changes immediately. You become a lot more bestial and a lot less interested in complex reasoning, and just I don't want to eat and shit and root, and that's about it.
So not much has changed.
Yes. You've become a North Queenslander.
Well, would I be able to get access to the ape then?
Oh yeah, of course. Just make access to everyone.
Do I maintain concentration on my spell that I had going? On the dancing lights?
Yes. Right, yes.
Yeah, you can still control it and everything.
Okay.
We cast it on you just so that, because if we get into a fight, obviously we're going to send the giant ape to the front because the giant ape's a giant ape. And so it's better that the person who is the giant ape is not the one who's concentrating on the spell.
Yeah, that's how it works for Druid, so I assume that everyone else is the same. You don't lose your spells, sort of. As long as you maintain concentration, you don't lose your spells.
Yeah, he maintains concentration, but he does change his mental stats to that of...
Right.
What if you cast Barkskin before changing? Do you keep the Barkskin? You do, right?
I think so. It doesn't say anything about like not being able to concentrate on spells cast before changing.
No.
I think that's like a valid Moondroid tactic, cast Barkskin on yourself, so your
I think it is.
11 AC bear is now 16 AC.
But you still have to make a concentration check every time the bear gets hit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, I just realized with the giant ape stats, Zevram should be feeling smarter right now.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, it's an intelligence 7.
So as I grow big, I'm like looking around, looking at my arm and body, and I'm like,
Yes, Zevram, I agree. That is fantastic.
I turn around away from the others and I sort of reach down to my groin and go.
It's very big. It's very big. I take that back. Apes have very small testicles, and gorillas actually have much significant smaller penises than humans do. But that's,
A single tear rolls down my cheek. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of this.
Today my man became a monkey.
I'm kind of shocked that his short thought process didn't seem to change upon turning into an ape.
I know. I'm going to lean over to Lucius as he says this, but yeah, I know. It's quite...
I sort of smack on the ground like... point at the dragon.
That's the one.
When you smack the ground, no bananas come out. So you smack it harder and still no bananas come out. Like, what the hell?
Need to go back to that brewery and break a few barrels, maybe.
That's it. Throw it, Italian.
Before we make moves to head back to the Goblin Market, I have sending prepared, so if we need to let anyone know that we're bringing any of this stuff up to the surface, we can do so.
I think it would be better to kind of shock them.
Okay.
I mean,
sure.
The main reason I want to bring this thing in one piece is the look on Dernan's face.
Very well. All right. Well, I think
I'll grab it by the tail and I start dragging it.
All right.
And that's like the best way to carry it right now.
Yeah. So one person, one eight.
For now, yeah.
all right, and now I'm.
Oh, who cast that one? Oh, yeah, right, Sanj did.
Yeah. All right, so we have an hour to make moves. Hopefully, we can make it back there in time.
All right. What was your name? Adrasta? Adraste? You probably can see in the dark better than the rest of us. How about you take point? Sanj, you'll want to stay a bit closer to the ape since you're concentrating on the space.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Maybe Aldrich,
Very well.
you can take up the front as well.
Alright, so I'm gonna probably be in front of the party by about, I don't know, 50 or 60 feet. Something like that.
No worries. This corridor is dimly illuminated by small red lights, and there are tentacles that spring out of the wall towards you. If you manage to, unfortunately, get caressed by the tentacle, it has no effect.
So it's just a hallway to make you feel awkward, basically.
Exactly. You being in the ape, there's no way you can avoid the tentacles, and when they touch you, they don't touch you at all.
Trying to stay far enough forward that I can still see the party in the back of my vision.
That
Good idea,
icon-
because when I launch the initiative roll, you'll be 70 feet away from them, and thus they won't reach you for 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah.
the icon on your token, Aldrich, you got an effect on you at the moment, or is that just from the com?
That was from the stone thingy from last game.
Oh, yeah, that's so, yep, no worries.
There's
I'll
an
get rid of that.
indication that he had noped the fuck out.
Yeah.
That I was stoned.
You're squashed at the moment now, Zevram. Like, you're like a broad-shouldered man trying to fit through an 18-inch gap at the moment, and that's the way it's going to be for a very long time. So you're moving really slowly, particularly because you're carrying a creature that could barely fit in this place by itself anyway. So you're at disadvantage to it, basically.
I'll stick close by just to offer support where I can, even if it is just my friendly face.
Don't worry.
Meanwhile, I'm just being vigilant, keeping an eye out.
Adrastia, since you're taking the point, you may from time to time wish to make an investigation or a perception check or even a stealth roll, because until you do, I'm assuming that you're just being casual, kicking stones down the corridor and, whistling.
More importantly, does she know the way back to the Goblin Market?
Probably. But I don't know.
I mean, I don't
Even
think
if I
the
did
player
know the
or
way,
the character knows.
As a player, obviously, I don't.
I'll tell Sanja's character as he gets to each sort of crossroads, but apart from that, I'll be relying on your own memories.
Yeah, I'm happy to message Adreste as well from the back. I don't know if message needs. You need to see them, and I can just guide from the back.
I think messes are 100 feet, and it needs to travel in a 120, and it needs to travel in a path, so it can't go through stone. It needs to go around corners. And
it can't go through solid objects. You're right.
It can go through like a thin quarter
can-
inch stone, but that's about it.
a foot of stone. That's
You're
right.
not penetrating the walls of Undermountain with it.
That's right. Yeah,
But it
exactly.
goes through doors. That's one of the more important things, I guess.
I'm gonna go ahead and make the checks you mentioned earlier, so they're
Cool.
just prepared in case I encounter anything.
Excellent. Yeah, you won't have to make one for every single strip, but you will sort of every single sector. And you won't know exactly when the sectors are, but you'll get a feel for it, particularly, the deeper we go.
Right, well, for this particular part, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace,
Yeah.
and then make my stealth check. Which do I have do I have advantage on that? Let me just check.
No. I don't think
I
she
don't
would.
think so.
If you are casting Pass Without a Trace, though, we should probably group up to be within the radius of it.
Means
that's
we'll be
true.
traveling slowly to allow the ape to benefit from it as well. But I don't mind doing that.
Use your
I
arrow
don't
key,
see anything
Sanch,
about
that way
that.
you won't accidentally move me.
Ah, right. Okay. Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. That's awesome.
Just seeing how many creatures it can affect. Each creature within 30 feet of me, so there's no limit as long as you're within 30 feet.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine that I can gather the party within 30 feet of me.
There's 2 Luciuses
Okay.
for some reason.
Is it?
Where's the second one?
I did
I
notice
saw
that
that.
earlier.
It was in the hallway just down from this one.
Yeah, I dragged a new one in because one disappeared down there. I couldn't see the second one.
Roll 20. It's gone now.
Alright, so yeah, I've cast that, and everybody should be feeling its effects.
Yeah, so everyone stop here and make stealth checks, and while we're in the Pass Without a Trace, we'll slow down, be a bit more careful.
So I'm not going to bother making one because I'm dragging something and I'm a huge ape.
And that means the whole party fails.
Oh, does it? Okay, well, is this like a group check then, or just individuals?
Well, it's not really going to be. I mean, it's like I do group checks most of the time. This is a pretty ridiculous circumstance. Like a giant ape carrying a dragon is not part of an adventuring party, so you'll be kind of subject to individual rolls. That said, it's entirely possible that when you fail your stealth roll, the party won't even be noticed. All the 12 goblins will only see a giant ape carrying a red dragon. You know what I mean? So you're either going to want to isolate yourself from the party, or just the party's going to have to accept that they've got a giant ape that they're trying to somehow keep hidden.
Well,
In either case, you've got disadvantage on your roll.
Yeah, I figured it'd be disadvantaged, but keeping in mind, I wouldn't normally have suggested you do a stealth check, but he did cast Pass Without a Trace, and the Pass Without a Trace spell specifies that it shrouds the area with a veil of shadows and silence.
Yeah, it's a magical effect, so it's
Yeah.
it might work. I'm not saying it won't work. It damn well might.
Does it give you
Yeah,
Pretty, King Kong was not made for ninja assassin.
I think it defines the difference between you cannot make a stealth check in this situation and you can at disadvantage.
Good.
does it give you plus
So,
10
yeah.
to stealth?
I hadn't thought of the
Yes,
distinction, but it is a good one actually. Like, because it often, DMs let people make stealth checks when there's really they got no right to. It's like they're just standing in the middle of the open. But when you've got Pass Without Trace, the magical effect is generated so that there are shadows where there shouldn't be shadows, for example. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that, but that's enlightening. I was sorry to interrupt you, Billy.
36 stealth from Lucius, by the way.
That'll do.
Yeah.
I was asking
So
if
it's
it gives you plus 10.
Plus 10, yeah. So our lowest stealth score is 19.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not
17.
bad.
I get disadvantage because I'm wearing half plate.
Right.
17.
17. So it's not bad, but put it this way: you would hear yourselves come.
Alright.
And my ape just disappeared. Why?
Your ape disappeared, did he? Put him back down because he's on my. He's there for me.
Token's still
Okay,
there.
no.
That is exactly what just happened to me.
Right.
Roll20 must be having a fit.
Oh, I can chuck it. Oh, you're back?
No, I'm back. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
good.
right. It just disappeared for a second.
No worries, man.
DM, just before we proceed, roughly how long in game time, just for the purposes of that magic missile wand, has it been since we met Shanshareth?
Less than a day, I think.
Okay, oh, great, no worries.
Yeah, like you're only able to take one long rest per 24 hours, and I
Yeah.
think we've only had one since then. I think. Oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And there was the barrels. We had another one. Do we have a long rest in the barrels?
we
I think
did.
so.
It's been
You've been down here a long time. Like
because we came down here to avoid Manchun. We needed some time away from him. I think we've been down here for quite some time.
All right. Oh yeah. So I'll say an extra day then. Otherwise you wouldn't have been able to have the long rest.
Cool.
So we might not have spent 8 hours in that room with the dragon. We might have spent 18 hours in there. That's more likely.
Yeah, let's hope you all have provisions.
Yeah. Since that's how the rules of long resting work. Since we've taken 2 long rests on arcane chambers, we've been in arcane chambers for at least 24 hours, which means you were with the dead dragon, for about 18 hours.
Well, I like to see it kind of like mechanically you need 8 hours for a long rest, but in that situation, Aldrich and Zevram had both nearly died, so I mean, you got your patching your wounds, treating them, giving them some time to breathe, calm down.
Yeah, and that's fine. But with that rationale, you could say that the recovery takes longer than 8 hours. You know what I mean? Like the mechanic of there only being 1 long rest for every 20 hours really should remain there. Otherwise, you're just going to have players who just abuse.
Oh yeah.
Especially in Undermountain, where like abusing it is a sensible thing to do. You know, there's nothing stupid about it. And so, drawing a line here and using it as a catalyst going forward, you would have had to rest for 18 hours in that room to get your long rest.
All right, great.
So, I don't think I definitely don't know the way back to the Goblin Market, but I don't know if my character does.
I know the precise path we have to take. Don't worry.
It's further up ahead, and then I think we follow it to the right up until the intersect.
Aldrich, what's your passive perception?
Where the fuck is? Oh, it just backed me out of the game. Hold on, sorry.
You're the highest, aren't you? Like, does everyone remember Aldrich being the highest?
He and Ash would be the highest, yeah,
right,
because they have high wisdom.
I think
it's
they
16.
both have 17.
7. This room stinks. I think the Beholder corpse is gone. Probably been eaten by carrion crawlers, or maybe someone took it away for an ornament. Whatever the case, the Beholder corpse that was here is gone, and yet the room still smells like rotting flesh.
Careful, everyone.
Did you drop your guts, Lucius? Oh, man.
No. We killed that undead beholder in here last.
I know, it's gone.
If it's gone, are you really sure you killed it?
100%.
Alright, it's up further in this direction we need to go.
Right, so as I said earlier, I'm probably going to be around, 50, 60 feet ahead of the party.
No, you've got past without a trace.
Yeah, we need you close to us.
Oh, is it a constant effect?
I think it's while we're in the radius, I believe.
I mean, if you're going rules as written, I don't think you need to remain in it, but it's kind of a common sense thing with the way the spell's worded, is that because it surrounds the caster.
No, you
should
definitely
only
do
really
have to stay within it.
You do?
It does say within 30 feet.
Yeah, it looks like it does say that. In that case, yeah, I'll just be at the front of the party, but not that far ahead.
Are you back in Roll20, Billy?
It's taken like 10 years to load for some reason.
Doesn't it? Like, Undermountain is incredible. These new maps that I got, they're much better, but even so, like,
Okay, now
it can take 7 minutes to boot the freaking maps on those.
Yeah, I can only imagine what it would be like as the GM rather than just the player, because you'd have like that many things on like the GM layer and all that sort of stuff as well.
Do you want us making fresh perception checks because we're going a bit slow looking around?
Bingo! This is a great example of a new sector. Like, this is in my mind at least, this is pretty clearly a different portion of level.
Oof.
And did you want the redone stealth as well?
Yeah, do the stealth fresh as well, just so it keeps it on my screen rather than me having to roll.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so there's a massive clang. Because you don't have advantage, do we?
I don't think so.
I
no.
don't think so, no.
So that's your total is
Just plus
13?
That's
Yeah,
right.
Cool. Alright, so Sanj, what's the catastrophic mistake that you make that reverberates? I mean, it's not loud, but it's loud enough.
That's a great question. Let me see. What have I got in my bag? I am rummaging through my bag looking for something when I drop a vial of holy water.
Oh no. Doesn't
Yeah,
break
it's-
at least, it just ring, 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 tick, 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 tick.
Like cringe and like, look at the party, then back at the vial. Oh, that's not good. Gingerly pick it up.
I just glare at you.
I point accusingly with my monkey finger.
I take the finger and shake your hand.
Sanj dropping the vial wasn't that loud, but the monkey was.
Yeah, that could be the nat one there, yeah.
Come on, hurry it up. I believe there's only a bit of a stretch to go until the monkey. You can see further than we can. Is anything in this corridor? It's a rather long one.
There's nothing obvious in this corridor. I guess I'll make an investigation check now that he mentioned that.
Yeah. Investigation's a good idea.
Because if I remember correctly, at the end of this corridor is a crossroad, and then we just go left into the goblin.
There have been footprints coming through here. You see your own footprints, not surprisingly. You find a gold coin that you missed on your way through here last time. Hey, there's a little halasta gold coin. But there are footprints through here. Those footprints are broad and wide, almost as wide as they are long, and they end with little claws. The feet appear to be a little bit hairy, and they're bigger than human feet.
Hobgoblins?
Hobgoblins tend to wear boots as a general rule, but it certainly could be.
Hobo hobgoblins?
I'm gonna put my hand up and say, wait. And it gestures the footprints. Something's been through here recently. I'm gonna use my primeval awareness trait.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna kneel down and examine the footprints and put my ear to the stone floor and whatnot. And it says here that if I spend 1 uninterrupted minute and concentrate, I can sense if there are any favored enemies within 5 miles of me.
Yeah.
And so I have humanoids as favored enemies.
Guess what? There are humanoids within 5 miles of you. There's 40,000 of them above you.
Yeah.
To continue, it says it reveals which enemies are present, their numbers, and the creature's general direction and distance. If there are multiple groups, I learn the information about each group.
Yeah, it's my single most hated ability in all of Dungeons and Dragons is that one, and I just don't use it that way. But I still like it, and it still has to be useful. I see it as a centrally useful and unique ability to the ranger, so it will be useful.
How does it work?
I interpret it like those beautifully racist 1950s cowboys and Indian movies where the Indian would put his ear on a train track and be able to tell that there's a train coming from San Francisco in 3 days' time, Not quite like that, but like that ridiculous idea of the noble savage who has this supernatural preternatural awareness. That's how I interpret. And in this case, what that's going to mean is that and humanoids are your favorite enemies, right?
Yeah, a bit broad.
What else have you got? Yeah, it is
aberrations.
Humanoids and aberrations. Both of these things are appropriate right now. First of all, there are a group of aberrations just around the corner from you. A group of humanoids. There are a group of humanoids just around the corner from you. Does it tell you the type of humanoid?
Let me just double check.
It specifies humanoids, doesn't it?
Yeah, I just closed it down and I have to bring it back up.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm gonna take a magical guess and say there's probably a group of goblins a couple 100 feet away.
Well, it says
That's
here, like,
pretty good.
actually, I'll just post it to the thing.
Yep,
If I
yep,
click
yep.
on it, that should work.
Yeah, that's correct. It will. That's okay.
It's only the second paragraph that's relevant.
All right, so you've got to spend an unentered minute of concentration. You're going to stand there and think, and before you even get a chance to finish, it's too late. Roll for initiative.
Oh boy. I'm just going to move up here because I said I was at the front.
Yeah, sure.
Arctic, can you click on Orbit's token and bring to front?
Sure.
Hey, did
Just-
somebody mention... Oh, go ahead, you finish first.
It's just easier when the smaller tokens at the front, so I can stack them and still see both.
Yeah. Funny because it was already at the front for me, but you know, again, roll 20 anyway. All right. So is that everyone?
Oh, there we go. I was just figuring out how to do something that somebody mentioned.
Oh, not a problem at all. No worries. Didn't want to roll my initiative until you'd done yours, because it's the monsters who begin the encounter. You see, there is a certain group of heavily injured bugbears who've been licking their wounds for some time now, and they've managed to, you know, to heal up a little bit after the violent encounter that they suffered at the hands of a group of aspiring adventurers. Anyway, they come around the corner, this group of bugbears, and they see prey. Roar! And they run forward, and then they realise that it's you guys. Oh! And they run away! They are out of here. And that's how the initiative begins. And so that's that's Orbit's go now.
Need to reorder the stack as well.
Oh, do I? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was a bit late on the initiative roll.
Considering they ran away, I'm just going to delete that token temporarily and put it back down later. Considering he'll duck back into Lucius's robes.
Yeah.
Chasing them's not our objective right now.
All right. Drastia then.
Alright, I'm gonna... be a little bit confused as to why they just ran off like that, having no knowledge of their previous encounter with this party. And I'm gonna go ahead and move my movement speed up towards the top of the tunnel there. And then I'm gonna just hold a shot with my crossbow and see if anything comes around the corner.
No worry. Lucius.
Fuck, I didn't realize we left any survivors from that lot. I'll just keep moving up. I'll prepare a firebolt if they duck back. Actually, I don't think I can even see. Yeah, I can't even see the corner. I'll just prepare a firebolt for if something comes into view.
Unlubricated giant ape.
You're muted.
Yeah, still getting used to like push to mute instead of push to talk. As a bonus action, how far do dancing lights go again? I forget.
120 feet, but I think they need to be within 20 feet of each other.
They only move 10 feet around, I think. Is that right?
Oh yeah, something like that.
Might be 20.
Surely it's more than that.
It might be.
It might be 30, I don't know. They have to stay, I think it's 20 and they have to stay 20 feet from each other. Or no,
60
it's 60.
As a
Yeah.
bonus action, you move them 60 feet.
Oh, wow. Okay, great. They're not. It's like having a scout with no eyes. He's not really a very good scout, but cool.
Yeah, move him up there, and then I will attempt to push past if I can.
All right, as long as you're able to move at half movement, then yeah, that's.
Oh, half movement. Okay, then I won't be able to. No, unless. Yeah.
Well, the difficult terrain won't double though. Like it's like the difficult. It's difficult terrain whether or not the people are in the way. Does that what I mean?
Yeah, but even so, I would only
then you can't get
move 20 feet, and I'd have to end my turn on top of someone. So I can't.
Yeah. Good. So it's good to see the inconvenience of.
Okay.
Of what's an otherwise really good idea.
What I will do then is pick up Sanj.
Easy. you suddenly feel like a blonde woman climbing up the Empire State Building.
So he's cradling Sanj in one arm and dragging the dragon with another.
I could
someone
definitely...
commission this art piece?
I'm gonna give Zevran like a pat on the head, and I'll just sit tight, really. I guess like, I'm in a great place, so I'm just gonna.
You know how the phrase having a monkey on your back?
Then I'll be able to move 10 feet forward. So
yeah. Oh, really? Good call.
If I can take the dodge action while being held by the ape, I will. Otherwise, yeah, that's all good.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
so move yourself up there, unless you want to get out of my grapple and move. Yeah.
Can anyone speak Goblin?
I can.
All right. The goblins are yelling, "Run away!" or the bugbears, "Run away! Run away!" They are absolutely terrified. Save me, Hugrik!
I'm just dashing, and that's the end of my turn.
Rastria.
Say 10, 20, 30. Do I want to dash and leave myself exposed just to see what's at the end of the corridor? Yeah, I'll say it's worth it. So I'll dash just to get to the end of the corridor. I can see the bugbears fleeing. Let's see. Since I can't do anything, I'm just gonna. Let's see. Yell something along the lines of, "Yeah, you better run," in the goblin tongue.
Ah, they've recruited Drow! They always have a Drow, you idiot! It's a huff. Lucius.
I'll keep moving up. I mean, unless they're going to try and ambush us, or I don't think they're that stupid. This is just a very awkward combat encounter.
This is comic combat.
Yeah.
When I was just thinking about that even before you were saying, I'm like, oh, this is so Undermountain. Like, this is Undermountain, where you come across the bugbears that you didn't kill in the massacre. They see you, they run away. Right when we're trying to do our little 1 minute. We just want to do 1 minute, just a 1 minute ritual, and I get interrupted. Come on, this is.
What it reminded me of that. There's this bandit group in Critical Role that tried to rob them like 3 times in a row, and Matt keeps making them a reoccurring thing for them.
That's cool.
And so they just keep showing up, and at this point, every time they meet them, it's just like they just hand over everything they've stolen, because it's like, oh, it's these guys again.
That reminds me of the Asterix comics with the pirates. If you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, Sage. Your movement is 0, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm now at the behest of my creation. So I will.
You are the Dr. Frankenstein.
Exactly. I'm happy, just being cradled. I feel safe.
Take a dodge action, perhaps.
Yeah, that would be great.
Cool. Oh, sorry, I skipped the great giant apes cap.
That's alright. I'm just moving 20 feet around at this point and just keeping my dancing lights up to date.
Does it take an action to carry, or can you do a dash 20 feet and 20 feet?
I could do a dash,
but you don't want to. That's cool. You could. I guess. Yep.
I don't necessarily want to dash with something in both of my hands either.
Absolutely. No, that's perfectly fine. And I just tend to default that people are dodging when you have an action left and you don't use it. I assume you're dodging. Cool.
Yeah.
Bugbears valiantly running on.
Oh, which way did they run, Adrasta? North or west?
They ran west.
Oh, they dare enter our territory.
We'll dash right there, that's it.
Adrestria.
Let's see.
This is a Benny Hill combat.
30. Right, let's check the range on that.
Yeah.
Oh, oof. Oh, that guy though. That guy is just within my ideal crossbow range.
The trajectory will just arc before plummeting.
Alright, so I'm gonna loose 2 bolts at that closest bugbear.
Ta-doo! Bam! He has no shield because he's fleeing, and so you strike him in the back of the heel, and then the second one takes him down. Roll for damage. His death is in.
Okay, I'm just gonna yell out in Goblin, that's 1 down. In an intimidating fashion.
I'm going to dash to keep up with these guys.
Alright.
Yeah, just in case the bugbears had any thoughts that standing and fighting would be a good idea, I'm trying to put a stop to that right now.
Giant dragon escort machine.
Already moved.
Oh, fantastic. Very quick. Sanj, doing nothing?
Yeah, dodge action.
Woohoo! Bugbears, it's your go! Bugbears run.
Let's watch their comrade get struck by 2 bolts in the back.
Okay.
I'm just gonna dash right there.
Aldrastria.
Let's see, first I'll go 10, 20, 30. I can still see them, but they're outside of my crossbow range now. Like, I can still shoot them, but I have disadvantage, so I'm not gonna bother shooting them. I'm just gonna
Alright. I think bugbears get away.
dash as well.
You hear them running off into the distance. If you race after them, then you'll remain forever on their tails. Is that what we're doing? Are we staying in hot pursuit?
I wouldn't imagine so. I'm just going to glance to Aldrich and Lucius since they're the closest and see.
No, let's
chasing?
wait. Let's wait for Zevram to catch up with the dragon. I mixed up the directions a bit. I thought this was the intersection, and going west would lead to Goblin Market, but it must be the next corner.
I see. They aren't worth our time anyway. And I'm gonna go ahead and move to this bugbear I took down. Uh oh. What's that?
Ah! Nothing. He runs away.
Was I supposed to see that?
Yeah, sort of. So there's a guy. A lantern extinguished itself up there, and there was a brief flash of movement, and he's not as stealthy as the bugbear said.
Up where was this? To the north of us, or at the end of this? Oh, up in the room that has that portal thing.
Yeah, there. I saw something up that passage to the north. There's
like the soft shaking of maybe chains or steel boots or something. You know, the sound of a guy sneaking away. That's the what I'm going for here.
That's a dead end corridor. Do you want to find out who's in there, Aldrich?
Sure. As I'm slowly walking up this corridor, I'm gonna say, just come on out, we already saw you. It's a dead end.
I surrender! I surrender! Don't hurt me! I offer you no harms!
Come in the hallway then.
I'm coming! My hands are up in the air! I've thrown me mace down, I'm unarmed! Just got a boot and me dagger!
You alone?
I am now. I was hanging out with them bugbears, but I thought they were going to eat me.
Has he got any tattoos on him?
He has a tattoo of a plunging dragon from his elbow to his wrist.
Ah!
I'm guessing that has some sort of significance.
It's one of the Zentarum things.
What are you doing down here?
I'm trying to survive. I was part of the group that you stuffed up so badly with your spells and everything. You know, we fought you up near them traps where you touch a pedal on the ground, and all the little things come out of the wall, right? You know that place. I was there at the massacre when you slaughtered them all. But a couple of us got away, the bugbears that you just saw and me. But I thought they'd eaten me by now. But I ain't slept for a day and a half. I ain't slept because I was afraid. You know. I'm not like them. I'm not a Xanathar, hey. No, I don't even like the Xanathar. No way. I'm on your side, the side of humanity.
Let's just leave him be, Aldrich. He won't get very far by himself anyway, and we've got...
Take me with you. Take me to the surface, please.
Not a chance.
Can you leave me some food and water?
Are you willing to leave the Xanathar's guild and work for
I'm
me?
not in the Xanathar's guild. I'm a Zentarum.
Or Zentarum, I'm
We're the
sorry.
good guys. Of course. I'll whatever you say, sir.
I want you to carve that tattoo then.
You want what?
I want you to carve that tattoo to prove it, and then if you do that, I'll escort you out of here.
You want me cut off?
Yes.
But it's me skin. It'll hurt.
Then I can't help you. And I'm just slowly walk off.
Food and water, sir. Just some bread.
Cut the tattoo off.
It'll kill me, sir.
I can heal you. Just cut it off.
Payback's happening. I'll be alright, I'll live off rats.
Very well.
Good luck, sir. I hope I see you again for humanity.
Eldridge, have you been practicing restraint recently?
I was trying to convert a new disciple of Leviatar, but sadly I failed.
You'll get it next time.
Yeah, but I mean, you just came out of there right after me and you're not covered in blood. Well, he's still breathing in there.
Yes. Yeah, he begged for food. He begged to come with us, but I told him he couldn't come with us unless he carved that tattoo off himself. But he shouldn't be no problem to us. We'll die or live off the rats or whatever. It's not our concern. Let's continue.
While Aldrich was in there being Aldrich, I was looting the bugbear that I killed.
Oh, okay,
What do you have on him?
Yeah, he has a mace. He has some pretty badly burnt studded leather armor, hide armor, and a shield. Not much else. They don't have any coins on them at all. But the mace, you can sell the mace for a gold piece if you feel like carrying.
But is he one of the ones that took the fireball and then immediately ran away?
Precisely, that's who those guys are. Yeah.
Right. Can I recover any of my bolts?
50% of them.
So 1.
Actually, that's concerning now that I think about it. There was a Zent there with them. The Zents must be trying to hire everyone that was working for the Xanathars.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, Manchun asked me to employ a bunch of people, so I imagine both sides are trying to bolster their numbers now that Xanathar's fallen. Right? Makes sense.
Well, if they're hiring men like that, we got nothing to worry about. It's just weaklings.
I'm shocked. You guys do have some mercy within you.
It's not really mercy. I mean, the Xantarum's no good to us. In the Xantarum, the thing is, well, I can't speak for Aldrich, but I didn't want to dirty myself with him, and he probably won't last by himself anyway.
No, Undermountain claims the weak.
Exactly. Let Undermountain decide his fate. I don't have to worry about him.
As we walk past, I sort of cup my hand on my ass and I fart. I cup it into the hallway.
Another single tear down my cheek. I am so just I'm overflowing with joy.
Alright, if you want to, you can make your fresh stealth, perception, investigation rolls if you want to, but those of you who are familiar with the area suspect that the Goblin Market is making most of those chittering noises that you can hear up here. Fish, silver peaks.
Yeah, Lucius is probably being not too much so, but a little bit more careless now, because I can see these mural things on the wall, and shows me that this is the intersection, and the Goblin Market is just around.
And if the worst thing that you're facing in your ambush is half a dozen injured bugbears, then,
one fireball will solve it all.
But Drastria, this would be interesting for you since you haven't been here. These murals that are on the walls in this sort of crossroads where you are up ahead, either side, They're murals of dwarves, mostly at work, sometimes at leisure. Drinking beer is the common leisure activity. Mostly at work, but sometimes at leisure or in family life. But in any circumstance, they move. They have motion. They work the mines with their pickaxes. They pull their barrows. They pick flowers and give them to maidens. And occasionally they wave at you or raise their drink at you. Or because you're a drow, perhaps they look at you with a sort of scornful scowl. But they are animated.
Wow. I've never seen murals that move on their own.
Dwarves are excellent craftsmen. It's fascinating.
Very. I'm just gonna admire them as we go past.
Your admiration is briefly halted when you hear the muttering of worried goblin voices from the east. They're coming! Just stay quiet.
Guys, stop. What was that from the east?
Yeah, they're the right-hand
This.
side.
The right hand side. I think those bugbears, they ran this way. I'm gonna point down that corridor and say I can hear them chittering to themselves.
It's evident that they don't want anything to do with us at this point. I imagine we gave them a bit of a hiding. So if they're smart, they'll avoid us. We should be fine moving through.
Yes, I'd rather not waste my ammunition on them either.
That said, I think, I'll let the ape with the dragon move through first.
I'm just gonna yell down towards the east, and I'm gonna yell, "You can come meet your death, or stay where you are."
You hear them running in the other direction.
Very good, Aldrich. That was great. Very convincing.
So, where do you say we're going? A goblin market?
Yeah, Lucius just kind of heads off into the market. Since a bit ahead of everyone, they're all dallying around. We're right here, and I'll open the door. And
I can't wait to see the look on Groin's face.
well, he does seem to be somewhat obsessed with dragons. Remember, we found him studying the wyverns, and then
Yeah. I suppose we'll probably need to pay our bugbear friends as well, now that we're back here again. Maybe.
Welcome back, say the goblins, as they open the door, which is covered in little handprints. They look at the giant ape, and they're taken back, and then they look at the dragon that you've caught. Yes, they it's on it. It immediately becomes the talk of the town. Everyone sort of stops what they're doing, and either comes over to look at the arrival of the party, or quickly plunders loot from someone who's distracted by the arrival.
so it splits into two groups: the rubberneckers and the pickpockets. I'm just imagining it was like two organized lines. The first line's watching, and the second line's stealing from everyone.
Like one of those 1950s Disney cartoons where they all move in unison and
Yeah. Just waiting for the musical to kick in.
Shall we summon Groin and see if he can fix us up with somewhere to get to work on this thing?
Well, that, or there was one other alternative. I believe someone suggested we could send someone up to get a scroll of enlarge reduce. If we reduce the dragon corpse, I believe the spell reduces it to a weight of 1/8 and halves the dimensions. If that's the case, we should be able to carry it without turning into a giant ape.
Reduce objects as well as creatures does.
Yeah, creatures or
Yeah, it
objects.
does.
Yeah. Oh, I thought
Reduced from 1/8 of normal. Yeah. And the reduction is in size by one category.
so it makes it about 300 pounds or something.
Well, I don't mind. I mean,
It's either that or we dismantle it here, but dismantling's a pretty big job.
Well, would you feel more comfortable doing so back at the manor?
Obviously.
Okay, well then, yeah, let's do that then. Why not?
Before that though, all right, we'll find a corner of the market that's relatively unoccupied.
Everyone gets the fuck out of your way, hey.
Zevran, put the corpse down in the corner over here.
You hear the goblin word for big boss several times, Adastria. And they're not referring to any one individual, but they are the party as a whole as big boss.
I just smirk, because I'm pretty sure that's a title of some respect and significance.
So I'll try and take the corpse into the corner here. Actually, I have somewhere else in mind, actually. So I'm going to drag the corpse through the market.
Zevram! Fucking Zevram!
Goblins just get out of your way, like they run. You're gonna squash one of them. It doesn't get out of your way. Do you squash it?
Yeah, I'll squash it.
It does.
Jeez.
I go to these goblins and I just like.
Yeah, they run away. They throw the key.
I'll pick up the key that was thrown. I assume it's for this door and unlock it.
Through the door.
Oh, he doesn't even need the key, does he? He just just punches straight through it.
Good lord.
And I go up to the diorama
Yeah.
that was in here, and I start picking up the wings and making a flapping motion with the wings as one head grabs the head of the dragon and it makes biting motions towards the diorama.
End the spell before he destroys it.
Alright, now click my right finger, the fingers on my right hand, and I'll drop the polymorph. Well, Zevram, you look like you had a lot of fun.
Why'd you drop it? I was just getting used to it.
We can always do it again some other time.
I'm just going to keep my distance from that beholder over there, now that I've noticed it.
Yeah. So this beholder is a diorama. It's been stuffed and it is engaged in combat with several other taxidermed creatures.
I thought it was real.
It was once upon a time, but it ain't anymore. Is there a Zevram token? This hasn't come down for me.
Yeah.
There is, yeah.
Right, it's Roll20 seems to have frozen.
I took it down straight away, so it should be up there.
If the two guards have come back, I'll go up to them and in common I'll say, we're going to be taking that to the surface in some time, but we need to make some preparations beforehand. Make sure no one messes around with that dragon corpse, and I'll give them a gold coin.
They get another 4 goblins, and they give them each a copper coin each, and now there's 6 goblins. Watch.
We need them to do something else for us. Remember?
The barrels, we'd have to show them the way. I'd rather next time we come down here and lead one of them there rather than just give them vague directions. I mean, they are goblins, but it's not really handy for us if a heap of them die for no reason.
And what about the collapse?
Again, I don't think that'll be too difficult to deal with. I just think maybe we should get the correct tools from above ground. It's been a few days since we last went up there.
Fine. So what do we do? Wait here or send half of us up to grab a scroll?
Well, the way I see it, there's probably either two ways to do this. Either I can cast Fly upon you and you can go up with your Ring of Invisibility, or me and Sanj can get up there. It's difficult to maintain both flight and invisibility by myself, but if me and Sanj partnered up, it shouldn't be difficult.
It's probably a lot safer for me to go with the ring, as you said.
You do understand that the ring comes from a wizard's powers, and wizards can, in fact, make themselves invisible.
Right, but what's the point if we have something that does it by itself?
I'm just wondering if you know what a spell scroll does, or how to purchase one.
I know how to purchase things. I've had money before. I know what currency is, thank you.
I'm kind of
Hey guys!
side eye.
Do you remember me?
Grind, you're still in charge.
Hi everyone!
Hello.
Oh, hello Drow!
Hello.
Oh, why did your people block the tunnel to Skullport?
I'm just gonna scowl and say, my people? You think I did it?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise that you weren't with House Afrinder. I didn't mean to take offence.
Hang on. Grind, did you say the Drow did it?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Oh, I just heard some rumours. You know, I heard that House of Rindar were trying to conquer Waterdeep, and that they want to conquer us first.
Are those the ones that, what's his name, the guy that we extorted out of his spellbook at Fear of Death, said he was associated to? The guy with all the halflings.
I mean, maybe, you know? I think so.
I think what
I
Arctic
think-
is saying is that's your sort of information to keep track of.
Yeah. No, the question was directed primarily at Sash, because he's the one that does all the, nerdy record keeping, or Sanj with his keen.
I only
Sounds
heard
wasn't here.
half of it.
Fuck.
What were you asking, Ian?
What house was it that the drow that was with all the halflings said he was tied to or from?
Oh, Vrinda, yeah.
Okay, so yeah. See, Arctic players did keep track of it.
Yeah, I thought you probably did, and it sounded like you did too, and that's fantastic. And if you weren't sure, you could always talk to your friendly drow here, because she has some insights into it that you guys.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd recognize it since it's also a house from Mentor Baranzan.
Yeah, absolutely, and they've got a pretty big hold of parts of Undermountain or Vrindar. Freeth do not have the same level of influence that Vrindar do.
These bastards are trying to push in on our territory. I think we should prepare for a big bush and then move into Skullport ourselves by the sound.
But maybe it's not even true. I mean, if they want to conquer us and they want to conquer Waterdeep, why make an avalanche? Like, that doesn't make any sense at all.
I'd guess
Perhaps.
maybe they're trying to take over Skullport first and they don't want any reinforcements arriving.
Oh,
Grind my teeth
yeah.
angrily at the thought.
Because without the Xanathar Guild, who's gonna stop them?
You know what, Grind? You're actually a lot smarter than the average goblin.
Oh, I know. Most of them are pretty stupid, but I like to listen to people and listen to stories.
Yes, well, that makes you a cut above the rest, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. But that's why I've got all the wives.
No, you have all the wives because of us.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to deflate your ego there, but it is true. While you are smart, you are actually somewhat cowardly.
Zevram, are you jealous of a goblin?
What? No. Ew, no.
Oh, I get it. You're a virgin.
I am not.
I bet you are.
If I'm a virgin, then you're a eunuch. Yeah.
He pulls down his pants and shows you his two balls.
And turn away.
I should have expected that.
Yeah, my furious scowl at the thought of Skullport being taken over by House of Rindar suddenly turns to laughter at this turn of events, watching Zevran be insulted by a goblin.
And how have things been here, Groin? Are you running a tight ship?
Oh, they're pretty good, you know. I mean, the bugbears are always putting me under pressure. I know that they're going to kill me soon, but, you know, I sleep with one eye open. It's alright.
Here, take this. I'll give him 10 gold.
Oh, thanks. I heard there were some adventurers up on level 1.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen them, or have you only heard rumors?
No, I only heard rumors, eh?
Do you have numbers? Perhaps their intentions?
Oh, I think they're with the Zentarum, and they came from the Yawning Portal.
Oh, fantastic.
That poses a problem, doesn't it? How are we going to get this dragon up there while we've got Zentarum in the way?
I don't think that's too difficult. If the Zentarum try to stop us, well, glance at Aldrich.
Oh, that's a pretty cool dragon. Wow.
It's dead.
I know it's dead, Zevran.
Never
Mine is dead as well, by the way.
Thanks, you. I hadn't noticed. Well, we're going to go get a scroll to carry this dragon out of here. It's going to be your job to look after it. All right?
All right.
Can we trust you?
It's your job to look after me.
Yes, we will look after you.
Oh, that's real sweet.
Here's some more gold to buy off the bugbears.
Oh, grouse!
Yes, grouse. Here, how many of them are there?
4.
Alright, here's 5 gold for each. And 2 gold for you as well.
Now, Groin, you must ensure that no one interferes with this dragon's corpse. We have plans for it on the surface, and we wish to keep it.
Actually, I might have just had an idea that we might not need to. Okay, so while he's in giant, this is also like, I'll pose this to the group, but I also need to hear your opinion on if it's even possible, Arctic. So,
Sure.
While as a giant ape, he can carry this thing, right? And it is half movement because it's cramped. But so the spell gaseous form affects someone and everything they are carrying.
Yeah.
If I cast gaseous form on the ape while it's carrying the dragon corpse, would that work?
It doesn't. Oh no, the dragon corpse. Yeah, the dragon corpse. Yes. I thought you were going to say like carrying Sandjaw or something. I don't know where I got that from, but if you're carrying a person, people aren't objects, and so it doesn't work. But a dragon corpse is an object. So yeah, as long as it's within your weight limit capacity, then yeah, you turn gaseous with it. As far as I'm pretty sure that's that's totally accurate. Yeah.
So we might not need a reduced thing.
No, with that in mind, no, we won't.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that, but I mean, sounds legit. It's an object. It's an object within your carrying capacity. Turns into gas like everything else. Yeah. Like yeah.
The one problem is I have gaseous form prepared, but it's concentration, as is polymorph, and you just used your 4th level slot.
That's right. So to do this, we would need to just
Another 24 hours in the goblin market.
That said, I think Ash prepared polymorph as well.
Yeah, I think that was the strategy. That's.
Do you have the spell prepared?
I've got both polymorph and gaseous form. Yeah.
Perfect. Then in that case, if Ash has polymorph prepared, then yeah, we could do that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, let's do that.
So
polymorph Severum again, and then when we get to the tight bits, I'll cast gaseous form on him.
My question then is, we get to the top of the yawning portal by making a giant ape carrying a dragon's corpse, a cloud of gas.
And then in the middle of the yawning portal, I drop the spell, and the ape and the dragon appear. And Durnan's reaction, priceless.
Roll for initiative.
Let's not drop it in the yawning portal, because I doubt they have doors big enough to get it out.
Yeah, I think
I would just gaseous form through into the street, and then we'd get a cart or something.
Because gaseous form gives us an hour. You could even like make your way back to the manor as a cloud of gas, assuming you could move that.
No, it's a big city, and like
too far. Okay,
the yawning portal is like in the southwestern portion of the city.
Sure.
Troll Skull is like in the northeastern, and you got to keep in mind gaseous form is 10 feet per round.
Yeah, cool. All right. So, provided we're okay with drawing a lot of attention to our a giant ape carrying a dragon's corpse through the streets of Waterdeep, I don't. Really
once we go to the yawning portal, we should just get a cart and put it on a cart.
Yeah, okay, sure. In that case, that's fine. Then, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we go more than a block from the yawning portal with him as a giant ape carrying a dragon corpse, we'll be lucky if the city guard personally doesn't show.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I think they have some leniency for strange occurrences around the yawning portal, but I think if you get too far from the yawning portal with something like that going on, the guard's going to show.
Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to go up to the 1st level. We're going to drag this thing along with me polymorphed. Once we get to the portal, the yawning portal, we gaseous form me with the dragon.
I need to gaseous form you like 1 or 2 times, not just there. Like, I've got 3 slots, but I might need to use 2 or 3 of them, because remember, there's also that bit where it's like a narrow corridor that the giant ape would not fit.
Sure, okay. But we get to the yawning portal, we go up top, gaseous form outside, drop the corpse, get a cart, take it back to Troll Skull.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can, I can also, if I'm not the one concentrating on the polymorph, I can give the ape the expeditious retreat, so it's a little bit quicker as well.
I'm not sure that's too necessary.
Yeah, just
if me and Ash are concentrating on spells, our combat power will probably be somewhat decreased. So it's probably best for you to save the rest of your magic for if we encounter trouble on the way out.
Okay, sure. Can do that.
All right.
That sounds like a good plan.
When do we head off? Now?
I'm fine to head out straight away.
I mean, yeah, we don't have any other further business to attend to here, do we?
I don't think so.
I'll look over at Andraste. You're not going to start murdering people or anything if we go above ground, right?
I'm just gonna scowl really hard and say, "What? You think I'd just start killing indiscriminately? You think I'm that stupid?"
Well, not necessarily. I was just asking, just in case.
Well, no, that's your answer.
Okay, wonderful. Let's head out.
Hmm.
So yeah, we'll get Ash to cast Polymorph on Zevram again.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, we all know what reputation Dark Elves have.
Yeah, she's quite proud. She didn't suffer even the slightest insult.
Gotta save the token as huge again.
Yep. Yeah, funny thing is, it's saved as huge. That's which is why it comes out as large instead of small, whereas everything else comes out, tiny.
Right.
Yeah, roll 20. The tokens need to be made up, not in Undermountain, but on a regular 5 foot by 5 foot map.
Roll 20, right?
Yeah, that's right. Like it's. I'm sure whoever makes the next virtual tabletop will learn a lot from them, but they're
Oh, it's just strange. Like, why couldn't they just scale the map correctly?
because I think it's because they're basement, programmers. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Kind of harsh, but like I congratulate them on their business and their entrepreneurship and their success, but I don't think that their skill is adequate for an A-list product.
See, I somewhat disagree. I don't think it's an issue of skill because I know many basement programmers that would do a much better job. I think it's just that they started making so much money, they then got lazy and then don't want to bother fixing it because they're making money anyway.
It's probably just poor back-end development.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Like, they haven't taken into account that this might come up, and they just didn't put in anything to deal with it.
And reversing it would destroy everything. You'd have to go back to the start. I don't know much about programming. That's what I imagine is their issue.
Well, Fantasy Grounds is like remaking their engine on Unity, so
good.
That might be a good thing to switch to,
Ooh.
like years from now, probably. But
Oh yeah, I'll give it a year or two. But Fantasy Grounds is if they
Where
get
it's
their
at
shit
now?
together. Not now, but maybe 2 or 3 years from now.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm always happy to go with the collective. So if that's what we as a group decide to do, then I'll support that.
I've bought the Ultimate Edition, so if we ever switch to it, I'll just give you access to it.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Not to mention that Fantasy Grounds has Out of the Abyss. Fucking get with it, roll 20.
Yeah.
Alright, so which way are we going?
That's a good question.
I don't want to step on groin, so move
Oh,
forward.
right. Yeah, you get settled.
Get out of the way, Groin. He doesn't mind stomping on other goblins, but he doesn't want to hurt you.
I saw that. I mean, be a bit careful, will you?
No, like flick him from under.
Ah!
No,
Roll
not
damage.
Not flick him.
Okay.
I flick at him.
Okay.
Like the Italian flick under the chin.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We'll be in touch. We'll return soon, I'm sure.
I hope so. Because if you don't, that means the Zentarum or Vrindar's going to take over, and you guys are much nicer.
Yes,
Alright,
let's
well,
make
let's-
haste.
Let's hope they don't get here before we do.
Yeah.
It's down this way, isn't it?
I believe so. This next corridor.
Also, are these
All right.
goblins
No, sorry.
just,
Then
like,
the next corridor. I think it is.
are these goblins like in complete darkness all the time? Surely there's lights here.
Yeah, there is some lights, mostly from cooking fires, but yeah, it is pretty dark. But there's absolutely light. So, chucks.
Oh, don't worry about it now. I just thought it was weird. That's all.
And then it's down and then out here, isn't it? From memory.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Is it
sure
up
it's
here?
like. No, I think it's down.
No, I
left,
believe it is
and
the-
then up.
I think it's this way.
All right. So, Adastria, you have found a little well. Besides the well, there is a lever. Does this look familiar to anyone?
No, I
Didn't think
don't
so.
recall this.
No. Sans, you at least will know that going up will lead us to the stairs.
Yeah, see, I thought it was up.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I think we're gonna leave that well alone.
That said, considering there's an entire direction right at the stairs we haven't explored, next time we come down here, we definitely have to check that out.
Yeah.
Do you think we should leave well enough alone?
Yeah, was that a pun or not? That's what I wanted to ask.
I was like, did Sanj mean that in the way he meant it, or
You'll never know.
Alright, so once you gathered yourself up at the end, I'll copy all the tokens and then I'll paste them on the map.
no one's using light source, right? You've cast dark vision on yourself, Lucius.
I've cast dark vision on myself, but I know Ash carries a light source around with her.
So we'll assume maybe that she's like ethereal 100 feet back or something. Unless you want to like use her. Like that, let's make the decision. Do you want to use Ash as a character, in which case you suffer the penalties for a light, or do you not want to use her, in which case she's invincible to damage and cannot her powers can't
Well,
be used?
I personally do not like when we excessively micromanage characters that are not here, but that said, we are using her for the polymorph, so that's probably up to you.
I think since we're already utilizing her spells, we should be utilizing her. Not should be utilizing her, but it makes sense that she's with the party, right?
Excellent. So who would like to take control of her?
Thanks, everyone just volunteered.
Sure, why not?
Probably not me.
I know how to play druids.
I love playing druids, but I just don't like micromanaging a second person's character.
Alright, Zevram, as you know, she's a spore druid. So yeah, you've got that spore form and everything else.
Yeah. Been planning to play a spore druid anyway, so.
Yeah, well, I've put her at the front just because that's the only kind of room that there is, but the staircase is quite long. There's at least 300 steps, and so you're going up and up and up and up. And as you go up and up and up and up, make the checks that you would like to.
Or are we gonna go quietly again, or?
Well, I think we should try if there's a bunch of Zentarum adventurers on the first level.
Are you capable of casting your spell again? Possibly
it might even
Trace?
still be active. How long has it been since we left the Dragon's Chamber and got to this point?
Less than an hour.
It's still up then.
Awesome.
It's probably actually kind of close to real time, but we'll go with less than an hour since that's what I said. But when those questions come up in Undermountain, from now on, I think I'm going to go with real time, because that's not too bad a representation. If we take an hour in game to get from A to B, if we take an hour in real life to get to A to B, then I guess we're taking about that time in games.
What about an hour plus minus 15?
Hour plus what? Sorry.
Plus minus 15, right?
Yeah,
To
absolutely.
figure out relative time, because 15 just accounts for the time that we're talking or making decisions, that sort of thing.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, good call. So yeah, there won't be a hard and fast rule, but as a yeah. So I won't be excessive with it. I just discovered that I haven't put in the color part of the level 1 map for you guys. So I'm just it'll only take 2 or 3 minutes to line up the color map. So
No worries.
Yeah.
Might
Yeah.
be a good time to just take a 5-minute break then.
but I suppose it is. Yeah. So when I'm done with this, I might take a short.
Sure.
24 perception though.
I did mention that I had to leave earlier today, didn't I?
For Avengers, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna see Endgame at 6:15, so that's 3 hours from now. So I'll have to
Cool.
leave in about 2 hours and 15
All right.
minutes.
Particularly with a smaller group, that does place an emphasis on time. So I'll try to be quite quick.
Yeah, I imagine today we're just gonna get through going up top, doing some crafting, some buying if people need to do it, all of that. Maybe take some downtime days. Say we're at the Trollskull Manor for a few
Yeah.
days, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
And the map's in place, so I'll take my break and I'll be back very short.
Yeah, hope you enjoy Endgame, Zevram. Particularly the bit at the end where Thanos snaps his fingers and everyone turns to dust.
I just watched that movie this morning just to update myself on the happenings.
I've been being a bit of a smartass to people for the last couple of days, and every time they start talking about it, I'll go into something about oh yes, and I'll act like I'm about to spoil it, and then just spoil the plot of Infinity War. And people have been getting pissed off because they try not to listen, and they hear me mention Thanos, and they're like, he's fucking spoiling it, and then it takes a minute or two, like, wait.
Yeah, I've avoided spoilers fairly well. There is one thing that I saw, but I have no context for it. So, and that was like, I don't know if I want to say it. It was like a image of a blue person. You probably know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it just after you have watched it, fucking put your thoughts in the main chat, because I think a few of us have talked about it already in the Marvel channel. Because it is a good movie.
Okay. Right, where are they? Oh, they've disappeared. Huh. Maybe that will. Well, it does. Okay. Okay, righty. We've done some massive perception checks already, or at least one of us have. But not everyone's back.
Yeah, I think we're still waiting on Zeb and Sarge.
Very good.
I'm here.
Excellent. And Dastria? Okay, cool. Am I having trouble hearing?
No. Well, I should be answering that for you. I don't know.
There we go. Okay, good. Okay, cool. So, Zevram, first of all, with your finely trained primate senses, you smell something. It smells disgusting. It's like a creature that can't be eaten. Something sort of like an inedible tentacle, slimy thing that's not actually of this world. It smells wrong. It just smells wrong. It smells alien and inedible.
I've smelled this thing before, I think.
Probably have. It's not as bad as a carrion crawler. That's
Is it me?
maybe.
Well, I guess I'll like poke Sanj in the back or Lucius in the back, like roughly, just and point down the hallway where I think the smell is coming from.
Adastria. Is that how I say your name?
Adrastia.
Adrastia. Although the giant ape's senses are quite sharply tuned, yours are far sharper. Elven superiority, am I right? Anyway,
Yeah.
We're not on the map yet, by the way.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. At the top of a set of 300 stairs, the corridor flattens out. It goes for about another 500 feet, turns to the right, and you can see at the edge of your dark vision, up ahead, there's another staircase. This one's only about 20 paces high, about 100 feet from where you're standing. At the top of that is the next level of Undermountain. And you're looking into a room that is completely dark. There's not much that you can see from this angle, being at the bottom of a set of stairs and 150 feet away, but you can hear the slithering of multiple creatures, maybe 100 pounds, at a guess, is how big they are, maybe bigger. And they slither along the ground like fat little snakes, and fight with each other, snapping their beaks. Biting through bones and tearing mummified flesh. And beyond that, there's a lingering garbage smell, a lingering rotting smell that smells like the dankest, darkest dungeon. So, the Goblin Market is not a pleasant place, but at least its aromas are pig shit and cooking chicken and goblin sweat. This is worse.
Oh, I'm gonna relay that to the party. Welcome back.
I'm hoping this isn't what it sounds like, but
I make like I mimic the motions of like a beak opening with my mouth, with my hands rather, and then tentacles with my fingers.
thinking the same thing.
Did you do it with your arms, like do a monkey tentacle?
Yeah.
Everyone slow down and be as quiet as you can. If we can sneak around them, we should.
Be very, very quiet.
Exactly.
We're hunting rabbits.
Alright.
I'm tempted to cast thing on him already, just so he doesn't give us away.
That might be a wise idea.
I'm gonna cast gaseous form on the ape so that him and the dragon will be misty. Because if it is a whole heap of Gricks, if they see a massive dragon corpse, they'll probably chase us to like the fucking entrance.
I just saw something. Oh, I see something again. What is that?
It looks like it's a fat octopus tentacle that's vaguely green that ends with a double-edged beak, like two parrot beaks combined into one, and it's fighting with its fellows for the scraps of carrion and bone. Are you approaching with stealth?
Yeah, very quietly and slowly.
Cool, make your stealth rolls.
I'm fighting along like a Jetson car.
No worries. You have a disadvantage on your stealth roll.
Well, no, I just cast Gaseous Form on him.
Oh, right.
That's what I meant. Yeah, I'm not
so-
fighting along as an ape.
Like, I mean, you've done some pretty apey shit before, so it seems,
So yeah.
didn't seem out of character.
So how do you handle his stealth as a ape? Because he's a giant cloud of gas at the moment.
He's in effectively invisible, yeah. Well, not undetectable, put it that way.
Yeah. So the pass without trace is still going, so it's +10. So our lowest is 22.
All right. So this is a problem, because while the Gricks have not seen you, they're busy fighting and eating corpses and moving around. The only... I was going to say the only ways out of here that you can see are kind of blocked.
I can't see them myself yet, but if I remember correctly, the first time we found these stairs, there's a corner directly here that we snuck around. Because there was a heap of bugbears in the middle of this room, and if we go directly up at this corner, that should be how we got in here.
Yeah, I think it was up and to the left. Something like that.
Like that, I think.
It's been like, how many weeks since we've been here? Like 4 or 5?
Sure of it, yeah. Sounds accurate, though.
Be very quiet and creep up and around.
They continue to snap bone and tear at mummified flesh.
Looks like the way is blocked. I don't think we can get any further without them seeing us.
No, this was a secret door here.
Oh.
Can I try and open the secret door quietly?
You can, you know exactly where it is. It slides across more or less silently.
Quickly, everyone in.
Man, this is cramped even for me.
Alright, this is a 5-foot corridor. The ape is not going to fit, but he's in gas form. The ape's not going to fit though, so I better transform him into a small ape.
I think I can go through as long as I'm using the arrow keys.
Right, yeah, you probably...
That should be fine.
Yeah,
And
okay,
then
I didn't think of...
once this massive cloud of gas is through, I'll slowly close the door behind us.
And the Greeks seem to notice at the last moment and come rushing towards you, but it's too late.
Well, we handled that well.
Good luck opening the door without opposable thumbs, you goddamn tentacles.
I fart approvingly.
Primates forever. Or at least for 65 million.
Right, so yeah, just
the dead end.
keep in mind there's another secret door, that we're probably going to be going at quite a slow pace here, and that if we enter combat, the cloud of gas only has 10-foot movement speed.
Those of you who have passive perceptions above 15 will hear the heavy clanking of massive metallic feet smashing against the stone in a very regular pattern.
God, is it the wizard again?
There's something...
Is it like
Yeah.
well, I don't know if the perception of that.
Or maybe not quite that fast.
So, it sounds like one thing.
Yeah, one big thing moving in time. Complete precision. Getting closer. Not
From experience, this is a
Running.
giant modron.
getting. What are we going to do?
Right, so
It seems that... I guess no, sorry, I shouldn't say anymore. What are we going to do?
If it's
If
getting
that
closer, we're
sound
gonna
is
ambush it.
No, wait, no. If this is that thing again.
Might want to give people context because I know what it is, but
Yeah,
I know what you're thinking.
if it's that construct, the Tin Man, it's gonna act like it can cast a heap of magic, but at least last time we saw it didn't do any magic at all. So I mean, I don't know if it'll attack if you go past it though, because you tried to fight it last time. Someone tried to fight it and it was like punching.
I don't think we fought it. We just ran past it.
No, someone definitely tried to fight it because it,
that
punched
was Anvil.
Aldrich for a whole heap of damage. Or
It
Anvil.
was Anvil.
Yeah, we were trying to fight. We only fought it because it said it was going to shoot a fireball at us.
Yeah, which way do we go from here?
Well, if my memory serves me correctly, it's this direction. I don't know. As a player, I can't remember.
Yeah, good call. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
there's only one door anyway.
Was
I
there
can't.
not another up here?
I think we might have. First of all, okay, so I'll ask you a question. You've seen the obelisk, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Then you would have come through this door, correct?
Yeah, I was gonna. I'm not sure if I should say anything because I'm in gaseous form and I can't tell if you guys are asking player or as character. I assume you're asking as characters.
Well, Sanj as a character should basically know. So you guys as players are happy to help Vitch remember more or less. And I will do the same as well. But I also don't want to prompt you because I don't want to fucking feed it to you. So,
No.
but at the same time, like Sanj deserves to know what he knows.
Sanj has that feat where he can ask the DM anything that he remembers.
Basically, right. So that's right. So I'm waiting for you guys. If you need me to ask and clarify, I can do that. But I'm really trying hard not to.
Okay, no, that's right. It's up here, then left, then down, then left again.
That's correct.
Yeah, this is the we're coming up on the outpost, aren't we?
That's correct.
Yeah.
It sounds like the heavy footsteps are getting quiet.
And then it's through this door up here to
A door closed.
open.
Excellent. I might stand.
Map definitely needs to be adjusted. slightly,
Yeah, it
but-
looks like it
yeah.
does. It might be one thing out. It was. I'll go back down and have another look. Now it's out.
Which way from here?
Left. We keep going left until it goes down.
Yeah. It was made one. I made it. I was too small, so this should fit properly.
Yeah, that did it.
Yeah,
I got it.
perfect.
Yeah. He did a good job, hey, this guy. I ended up giving him money. He's like this teenager in, I think, Poland or somewhere.
Do you have a link? Oh, I guess no. You shouldn't give us a link because then we know what the map looked like.
It's the same maps that I gave you for Dragon Heist. It's the same guy. I've just now bought the entire pack. Rather, he gives away Dragon Heist. Dragon Heist,
back here.
and a bunch of Undermountain levels for free. But I've now
Just there,
bought
you went too far.
everything he's
Right,
done
okay.
so far. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will give you the link
Free,
when it's appropriate.
Yeah.
When your party reaches Undermountain. Oh, by the way, crash. So I assume that you opened the door. You can hear the noise is really loud again now. Bang, 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 and it sounds like it's getting loud, like really loud and getting louder. As you have to make a decision imminently, or you're likely to encounter whatever this thing is.
Oh, fuck, this is the only way that we know to get out. I'd rather not be wandering around with this
I think
dragon corpse.
Well, the best thing we can do then is to
Ambush
just,
it.
proceed and then deal with it if it becomes an issue, right? There's no other way.
Yeah, if
I
we have
think
to
of-
fight, we fight. Let's see
There's
what.
a
first.
As a last resort, yes, I agree. If we have to, we have to.
Aldrich, you want to take the lead? You're much more heavily armored than I am.
So this area, for those of you who haven't been here, I should probably very briefly explain. Did you end up picking up that half a
I did.
pole? Well, it's not half a pole isn't there then, but everything else has been the same. I'll just find it. I'm completely
Yeah, let's
wrong.
stop.
Yeah, you better stop, man. Yeah, like otherwise you'll probably die. Because So I'm trying to explain it. So give me a moment because I've got to find it. I'm on a completely different level.
I actually, hang on, I wrote down the words
Okay,
that
cool.
were here. So I can't remember if it was like a image there, but
Yeah, so there's a bas relief on the back wall of this alcove. There's a bas relief, a 3D carving of a nude fat man playing a harp. There was half a pole lying on the ground, a 10-foot pole that had been seven and clean at a molecular level, 7 and half. It has a very simple passage. I'll post that passage now in Roll20.
Gaze upon me with bronzed visage and secrets I shall reveal.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and so that's what we've got here.
Bronze visage.
Yeah, we've already pondered over this a lot, Sarge. We couldn't.
I know. I mean, even now, I'm still troubled. I can't figure it out, and it bothers me.
Bash, 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 bash. Getting pretty close. Bash, 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 bash. But as you approach cautiously and slowly, bash, bash, it seems to get quieter again.
So it's like we're heading in the same direction as it. It's not heading toward.
Yeah, that's right. It's like it was coming towards you, and it either changed direction or for whatever reason, it sounds like it's now getting more distant.
Perhaps it's just patrolling. And if that's the case, with any luck, we can get past it on its, well, when it's not going to cross paths with, of course.
I'll chuck Ash down on the map.
I'm there.
Oh, she's already here, isn't she? Like,
Yeah.
because you're in control.
I should say she's there, yes.
Yeah, so just to quickly catch you up on what's happening, Ash, is that we've passed the goblin market. We're using gaseous form. So the ape picked up the dragon and cast gaseous form on the ape. So that the ape is now just a cloud that can fly through narrow space. And so we are halfway-ish through first level towards the yawning portal.
Alright, so you've come to a door, right? Down below here are a set of candles glowing in the walls. I think they're just floating there. In either case, they're not dripping any wax. There's not a single drop of wax at the bottom. This is the door that you came through. It's currently, by the look of it, closed, right? Yeah, it's closed. You can hear the steady boom, 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 boom coming from the south. And it sounds like it's getting softer until suddenly it's not. Boom, 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 boom,
Quickly,
boom,
quickly, go through the
boom, 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 boom. How do you get through the door?
Move.
Open
Open it.
It's
Alright, it's locked.
Of course it is.
Well, how about one of the 6 people that knows these tools opens it?
You ever seen an ape unlock a door?
Boom, boom, you get through the door. find yourself in a tunnel. There is a statue here. The statue is of it's not a serpent body with a serpent tail with a woman's body, but rather like a woman's body with a serpent's head. I mean, I guess there's some men that would prefer it that.
I'm gonna close.
I mean, I
off the
definitely
door.
want a mermaid with a fish head and woman's body.
Really? You would? No, not me. Not me.
Yeah, I'd rather have that fish puss.
Oh, really? No. Curse you all. There's something wrong with everyone.
I'm in the Tech Arctic side here.
Yeah, come on.
We're divided. And by that I mean, like, a mermaid, a typical mermaid, like with a fish body and, like, fish lower body and a human upper body. That's my
Yeah.
preferred version of a mermaid.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Okay, so we've all figured out it's just Sash the
That's
hell
Sash.
out. And maybe Billy.
Probably.
We haven't heard. I don't think we want to hear Billy's take here.
Billy wants
me.
to fish. He just wants to fish by himself.
It all smells the same.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so which way from here?
I'm gonna close.
Up through here.
Lock this door. But
Excellent idea.
I don't think we've got too far left to go once we get through here.
Gonna have to start heading east at some point.
Yeah, but I think on the other side of this is that the room with pillars that Aldrich got ambushed by the bugbears.
There's some carrion crawler eggs here.
Fucking smash the cunts.
Alright. Pop out like little tiny yabbies that try to crawl on the ground and then you flush them there.
We all have such a hatred for carrion crawlers, although, well, you guys do this.
They're
Leave the
literally
first point.
like, we fought more of them than anything else down.
You're approaching a room filled with pillars. You were ambushed here once upon a
I wouldn't know that, so I'm not going to make any kind of check.
Yeah, Aldrich was ambushed here once upon a time when he decided to walk off without the party.
Oh, what's that? I see something.
Look out. Be careful. Be very careful. We haven't seen any of the Zentarum yet, and the entrance should be really close to where we.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can see something here. I can't tell what it is. I'm not sure if that's a person or whether that token's just something else.
It is
Oh.
indeed a person. It's a person, and you don't recognize them, but they don't presumably see you. But they would presumably hear Aldrich coming. I haven't heard anyone make a stealth roll for a while, so I assumed that you were just kind of like being quite casual. And thus, Aldrich, you see your neighbour up ahead. They're looking into the distance, and they're illuminated by some glowing light. But they're looking out beyond that light, and at this distance they can. Oh no, they probably can't see you. So yeah, it would. They wander into view, and then they don't see you, and then they wander back. Is anyone out there? Calls out a fairly familiar voice. And at a glance, you would recognize your neighbor, father.
I'm going to prepare my crossbow.
is that the
Not shoot at them, but just, heft it to my shoulder and get ready to shoot it.
is that the potion lady?
Correct, yeah.
Oh, I don't
Right.
like her.
Very, very careful about her. She's the one that was living with that assassin.
Also, the correct term is you don't like them.
Correct. It's not a her, it's not a him.
God damn it, Sash. You're a clown, shut up.
So what are we doing about her?
Him. Sorry. Them.
Well, what are we doing about them?
The entrance is like in the room behind her.
So you're saying she's in the way?
Wait.
I think that's what they're saying.
I don't think we have anything to worry about. We just call out.
Hello down there. It's Fala. Is that the Troll Skull crew?
I'm just
gonna back up out.
I'm gonna scream out, yes.
You mean the Silver Cloaks?
Good to see you again. I have some potions for you.
Yeah, you didn't seem like the adventuring type. Why are you down here?
I am an adventurer at times. I have to get experience somehow finding new ingredients for my potions. Here, I have some potions for you.
I'm gonna remove the gaseous cloud spell on Zevram and kind of with a finger to my mouth be like, shh, but be ready to, and make like a punching smash.
I don't want to be doing that. Look where we are.
You're being squished by the pillars.
Go ahead.
Oh
and come
yeah,
out.
actually, yeah, I'll do it after we get past the pillars.
Thank you. I enjoy not being crushed to death.
I'm gonna slowly
I'll turn to
walk
the
forward.
cloud and I'll do a shushing and prepare to smash motion.
I'll fart in your direction.
Say, I wanted to talk to you about something.
Come forward.
Of course. Congratulations on solving the crime that had been plaguing the city. Waterdeep owes you. Waterdeep owes you. And it's time that you got your payment for what you have done.
Oh, payment? Oh, thank you. We are pretty great, aren't we?
Wait,
Yeah.
Ash, wait.
What?
I must congratulate you. I underestimated you. I thought you were foolish. Determined but foolish. But I can see now that you are far more capable than I had originally gave you credit for.
I'm gonna kind of mutter under my breath to the rest of the group. Watch out for an ambush. Remember, there's a secret door in another room just in front of us to the north.
Sanj nods.
Why are you so worried? Just a lady.
Because that lady is good friends with the Zentarum agent that we just put in prison.
Oh.
I do not identify as a lady.
I mean, you look like a lady.
My name is Fala. You shall address to me by my name.
Just for quick context, Ash is that Groin and the Goblin Market warned us that there was a group of Zentarum that were in the first level. So we're thinking it's
okay.
probably the Doom Raiders.
I see.
Tell me, why did you do it?
What, you mean why we captured someone that tried to assassinate one of our own?
Why didn't you have the sense to choose the winning side? Why did you pick Manchun? And they point at Sanj.
I am of the belief that I do not owe you an explanation.
Well, that if you will not tell me, then perhaps I shall have to find out From your corpse.
I drop gaseous form.
And suddenly a big fucking gorilla materializes. That's good.
Fucking bull!
What's
Yeah,
the
I
shitty
mean,
goddess
really,
she
I
serves?
I don't know.
What was that, Billy?
What's the shitty goddess she serves? Salute.
Well, we don't know. She's a herbalist, like plants and shit.
Oh, I remember going in her shop and force vomiting on her stuff because of goddess.
Yeah, but you do that everywhere.
Maybe Eldath, the goddess of peace, maybe? Sounds like it might be right.
I'm pretty sure she's Eldathan or something, yeah.
I mentioned earlier that I had my crossbow ready, but I don't think that... Does that translate as a held action or not?
It does not, no. We're all aware of each other, so there's no
Well, I mean, you can have the hold action, but keep in mind that a giant ape's ass just materialized between you and her.
Yeah, as a rule of thumb, you can't really hold actions before combat because
Yeah.
initiative
Right.
serves a purpose. And if
Yeah,
you
you got a
ignore
good point,
initiative, then why even have initiative? Yeah.
That, and if you go around like I prepare to shoot with everything, when you cut off the DM monologuing like the second time, you probably won't have a good time after that because DMs like
Yeah.
monologuing and they don't like when players interrupt them monologuing.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it doesn't actually help the players. If the rules go like that, then every combat begins with the monsters getting a free turn because you're walking into their traps every single time.
Exactly.
You know, like, my monster walks around with, a prepared action to fire his crossbow. Okay, it just doesn't. A lot of a lot of players argue against it, and they just don't understand that this is just how 5th edition works.
Yeah,
Good point.
the
I was just wondering
yeah.
like how it works.
Yeah, it's totally not a criticism of you. Genuinely not. But there is like it's something that players have a lot of issue with. But I have my action prepared. But no, man, that's just not how the rules function. It just doesn't work when you try to.
It's
Yeah,
like
the
skill
wizard-
bases.
The wizard is super alert within his base because he doesn't want any adventurers sneaking in, so he walks around with power word kill prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a good point. I just wanted to know, just a clarification.
Well, it is your
Absolutely.
turn. If you want to take a hostile action. I mean, she threatened us, but yeah, up to you.
You can try and thread that crossbow bolt into her without hitting the donkey dong that's probably right. Donkey Kong's giant dong.
Yeah, I think my shot is completely blocked because I've got Eldritch, and then I've also got Donkey Kong blocking my way.
I did neglect to mention. I really should have, but I did neglect to mention that their skin seems to be calloused, as if crusted in a kind of skin coloured, but nonetheless stiff and board-like woody appearance. That's what that initial. I remember how I had that. I think you were the only one who saw it, Andrastia. That picture, little icon I had on it. Where was it?
Yeah,
Like this one or something. Yeah.
yeah. I see.
Yeah.
I think I'm
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, terrible case.
Alright, so if I was to shoot from here, it'd be with disadvantage. But if I miss, do I automatically hit one of the other?
Only a critical fumble.
Right.
Strikes everyone in the cheeks.
Well, it's round 1, so I have advantage on.
So that cancels that out. It becomes 0. Yeah, like advantage and disadvantage cancel each other out every time.
Yeah. See, so make an additional weapon attack. I'm sure there's a rule for for enemies that haven't acted yet in the current combat.
Yeah, with Gloomstalkers there is. Yeah.
I'm trying to find it because I can't remember it.
You just get
You do a
the
third
extra,
attack and
yeah, the extra attack. That's all.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna, for my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on her.
Cool.
And
Hunter's
then
mark is
the
60 feet or 90 feet.
90.
oh yeah, she's out of range.
Beautiful.
Then I'm not gonna be able to do that.
It's 60 or 90, because if it's 90, she's in range. They are in range.
You still have your movement. Like, you can move first, then cast, and attack.
Yeah.
It's true, I'm just mindful of AoEs. And I was lurking back here as to avoid being noticed by her, because I don't know who she is or your business with her or anything like that.
Just so you know, I'm not sure if this is what you're referring to before, but with the Gloomstalker, your extra attack you get, if it's your first turn, you got an extra D8 of damage on it. So it's not just your one bitch die.
Alright, so it looks like she is in range because it's 90 feet.
Yep, that's correct.
So I'll Hunter's Mark with the bonus action.
Done.
And then 3 regular shots. Which if all 3 hit is probably going to be pretty devastating.
Probably, yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to assume that's 2 hits.
Yeah, and then the third one hits as well because Barkskin she loses concentration on it. They lose concentration on it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, so how should we do this?
Just
we'll start
press the button. Yeah, the heavy crossbow +1. There we go.
Alright, so there's the first hit.
Yep.
And the second. Third.
And an extra D8 from your Gloomstalk.
Yeah, a D8.
And then it's D6s from Hunter's Mark.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, that's right. 3 D6s now, yeah.
They're dying. Giant ape.
The Dark Elf was just looking for a reason to murder that elf standing in front of him.
Well, you don't like other elves very much.
Yeah, I sort of have this worried look on my face, and I just pick up the elf, and I continue onwards with her.
Oh, really?
I look like I'm running away with her.
You heard what she just said, right?
I'm not going to explain my thought process while I'm in a monkey form.
Fair enough.
I will cast Toll the Dead.
Alright, she fails a death saving throw.
Now, quick question. I did pick them up and I'm moving, so am I big enough to sort of stop them from seeing her? Because you do
Only if you take the action to like, was that your intention to try to hide them from the rest of the party? Or was I just assumed you're picking her up?
Yeah, sorry, I should have been more specific. I was
Make a stealth roll and versus your perception, Aldrich.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the monkey stealth roll, of course.
Not that great.
I don't think Aldrich can fail that.
You see their feet hanging out, their bare feet.
Target acquired.
You know that like anime eyes where they've got like the glowing light that's kind of an after image following their eyes. Aldrich is just like zap.
I just look, as I cast a spell, I'm looking at Zevram and saying, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Voila, makes a death. Not looking good. Sanj!
Sure. So I'm gonna go. What are we doing here? I suppose I'll just follow the monkey. So yeah, I'll go 30 feet here, and then I'm gonna take the dodge action and just stay put. Actually, no, sorry. I'm gonna hold a ray of frost for other hostile creatures.
Okay.
Yeah, just keeping an eye out.
Ash?
So she is dying right now?
Yes, that's right.
I will cast Healing Word on her.
Alright, she within range?
Should be.
Okay.
Ash, what are you doing?
I don't want her to die.
She wants us to die.
Just got pin cushioned.
I'm not very smart.
If the rest
She
of the
hasn't
Doom
attacked me
Raiders,
yet.
if the rest of the Doom Raiders are here, oh god.
Father is on 8 hit points.
And of course, I get a max roll on that.
Lucius.
That's around 1 HP.
I should mention that the dragon corpse is back here. I'm not dragging that with me.
Ah, yeah, good call.
So you would have left it about where you.
But on the skeleton.
I'm holding a fireball, so yes, I'm wasting the slot if this doesn't cast. If that fucking secret door opens, I'm incinerating the room.
The secret door open.
You knew. Good lord.
And I incinerate the room.
God, that was such a good call. Well done.
And if I can see... so who opens the door?
I don't think you've ever seen the dwarf before. Istrudhorn is a gold dwarf, which is to say that she's got dark brown skin that's almost black. And she wears lovely robes that are filled with a gold filigree that she looks like she's wearing 100 gold pieces or more, and she's dungeoneering and that sort of stuff. She's also got full plate armor and bears in her hands a massive obsidian black maul that has the holy symbol of Bane etched onto it. She stands beside someone who is more familiar with you, an elf named Devilstar.
Well, yeah, it's the one that opens the door. It's getting a 6 on their thing because I'm using a portent to force them to fail the save. You've changed the token, so the dancing lights aren't there anymore, but I mean, I don't think I need to put an aura down for 20 feet. You can tell who gets hit.
Yeah, I can. Alright. So, the dwarf immediately fails. Davil Starsong leaps out of the way.
I should also mention, just Ash, you're concentrating on my polymorph, if that matters to you.
Oh, okay, that does make a big difference.
Yeah.
So that I don't have a 6th level spell, which are my only offensive
Well,
spells.
you don't have a 6th level spell anyway.
No?
No.
Why not? Or 4th level. The spell I got for me.
Yeah, because I have it also prepared, but I can't use gaseous form and polymorph at the same time, so we had to get you to do it. Since
Alright, let's keep going. So the door has opened. You've got an action as well, haven't you, Sam?
Yeah, I just rolled the ray of frost out at whoever.
Beautiful.
Seeing this fireball arc out, I'm gonna try and do the same thing. As for which target I hit, I'm not sure. I might just roll a d4, see which one it is. We'll see. Oh, whoops! I just rolled 2d4. We'll take the first one. I'll go on the left. The person on the left. Let's go right here.
Cool.
Yes.
Nice.
And that reduces their speed by how much?
10 feet.
1. Ooh, whoops. 2. 3. At the limit of her speed, she runs forward. This dwarf made of pure steel, her dark skin flashing beneath it. And as she rushes towards you and raises her weapon, Sanj, apprentice of Manchun, we meet at last! And brings whoa, this is what we do here. So many freaking options. Spiritual weapons are a bonus action,
It
but
is.
look, let's. She goes straight for Sanj and doesn't fuck around.
Cool.
Lame strike.
Is this a spell?
It is.
I'm going to counterspell.
All right,
It's a
it's a
reaction.
5th level spell.
Ooh, so that's what is that, an Arcana check of 15?
I'm going to give him a 14 on Portent plus his intelligence, which will make him pass.
Yeah, so
They've-
it's 21.
His spell is cancelled immediately. She curses and says, "You'll pay for that, Manchun's child."
That's got quite a nice ring to it.
Just watching this masterclass of D&D combat from the veterans.
You know, Mansion's child can be shortened to Manchild.
You say
Exactly what.
you say this is a masterclass, but this combat can go very wrong very quickly when they all start pouring out of that fucking room.
This is not how I wanted it to be. You know, I kind of liked most of you. At least a little bit anyway. But Monkey, dance for me! And he points at the ape.
Oh fuck! He's got that spell.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
So, what's the save? I'm not seeing it.
No save. No saving throw.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Oh, on my turn, I can make a save. Okay.
Yeah.
end of your turn.
And then the wall to the south just smashes down. Roar! The half-orc runs out and just goes for the closest target.
Yeah, what you were saying about stuff going wrong very quick.
Does a 12 hit?
Let me just check, because my armor class on my sheet is with mage armor, but I haven't got mage armor on. A 12 will, and I will cast shield.
Alright, and the shield protects you then from the great axe as
Oh,
well.
wait, actually, I had a held action, and my turn hasn't happened, so I don't have a reaction anymore.
Good call. Make a con save. Nicely ruled.
I'm not concentrating on anything because I dropped it, but I also can't block it.
You've
so-
been headbutted.
Fuck, both of them. Oh, yeah, the con.
Oh, that's nasty.
Bam! And the wizard is knocked
I'm
almost
going to use
unconscious.
inspiration on.
Alright.
Fuck!
But you're seeing stars. Alright.
That is... Yeah, this isn't good, is it?
Orbit panics.
Oh, Orbit's gonna blast that bitch that just attacked his master.
Better kill that Eldath bitch before she gets a turn, too.
Alright, wisdom and dexterity, hey? Fail and fail.
She's frightened and she takes 14 points of damage.
Alright. She seems to be pretty injured by that, and those of you who remember, who've ever seen, has anyone ever seen her fight in the Yawning Portal against Prince, right?
Yeah,
All those
me and
years and years
Zevran.
ago?
Me,
I thought
Zevran,
so.
and Aldrich.
She wasn't that tough. Like, she spoke tough, but she didn't seem, I mean, Krantz was a weakling, and although she beat him, he was holding his own for a while. Addressed.
Alright, so 2 questions. First of all, I assume they know I'm here.
Nah.
Are you in
I'm
light?
just wondering.
I mean,
Am I?
to be fair, the door was closed when you attacked her, so they might be able to see you, they might not. I mean, you're in darkness among
Yeah.
all the pillars.
Generally speaking, once you've attacked something, people are aware of you. But
But he does have the roll for invisibility.
it does have that rule, yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm confused myself. That's why I'm asking.
Okay, the simple way of putting it is because advantage and disadvantage do not stack. Whether you're hidden is regardless. Doesn't matter because you've got the Gloomstalker invisibility. If there's no light on you, you have advantage because
Good
you're
way-
invisible.
Yeah, good way to explain it. Yeah. So yeah.
I do have a lantern on, so.
Good
What's the
call.
range?
I'll put an aura on Ash, and I'll make it so that everyone can see that aura.
Pretty sure you're in light. If
Yeah,
Ash
it's
is
dim light,
put
I
a light,
believe.
yeah.
That said, I mean, Lantern's not that far, so you can step out of range of it, and if you can still see an attack from that distance, then
Yeah, I should be able to step back to this pillar over here. Yeah, I'm out of the light radius now.
Good.
And they're still in range.
Hold on. Yeah.
So here's my second question.
Yeah.
I put Hunter's Mark on them, and it says when your target is reduced to 0, you can change it to a different character as a bonus action. But she's no longer at 0 hit points; she's back up to 8. So is that still possible, or can I not do that?
I didn't know you had to wait until they were at 0 hit points to change it.
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
Then you can't change it because you would have had to have changed, because they're not on 0 hit points anymore now.
yeah, but it's more. I think it doesn't have to go. Is it like Hex where it doesn't go from one target to another? It just ends when they're on 0, or does it stay on them until you change it?
So you change it as a bonus action. Yeah, you have to change. Yeah, that's right. It's not a reaction; it's a bonus action. Therefore, it happens on the ranger's turn. Therefore, the hit points apply on the ranger's turn. She's not on 0. They're not on 0 hit points. Can't be changed.
Oh, well.
Cast it again.
Yeah, you can cast it again.
It's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Takes a
I've got the
slot,
best
but
shot
know.
on the person fighting Sanj, like the
She's a
person
dwarf,
fighting
yeah.
Lucius.
heavily armored dwarf with powerful clerical spells, wielding a massive 6 foot long warhammer of black obsidian.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 shots at the dwarf.
Alright?
You said that's with advantage because I'm invisible in darkness?
Yeah. But you're far because she would have +2 to her armor class due to the pillars in the road. However,
Okay.
you've got these obstacles that are blocking you, and the first one hits the second.
Alright.
All right.
And I don't think there's anything else I can do with my bonus action, so that's it.
All right. So describe your dance, giant.
It's kind of like that baby dance from, old 90s meme. I'll try and find it.
Does she not have to make a concentration saving throw?
Who?
The dwarf.
She's not the one casting it on me.
Oh.
She does nonetheless, though. She got a shield of faith, so yeah. I haven't rolled any for that, but yeah. So sorry to that was kind of my fault. Whatever the case, she's missed. She's lost her shield.
Isn't that dance called literally doing the monkey from memory?
The monkey.
That's right. God, that brings back memories. Oh man.
So I continue to dance, but am I allowed to let go of someone while I'm dancing?
I'll just bring the spell up again.
You can do actions and stuff, it's just that attacks are at disadvantage.
As an action, dancing creature makes a wisdom saving throw to regain control of itself. So I'm not really in control of myself, so I don't think I can. Because otherwise I'd be able to do other shit like cast.
I mean, it
It's
says...
specific. A dancing creature must use all its movement to dance without leaving its space. So you can't leave your space.
And
you have
has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws and attack rolls, so you can still make attack rolls, so just a disadvantage.
But the only person you could attack would be the druid, unless you threw the druid at someone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm going to, as I don't know if I letting go of someone isn't an action, right?
No, you drop it. You can drop an object.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I let go of her.
All right.
Maybe in this direction, but
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can choose the direction.
I'm disappointed you
Body
didn't
block.
throw her and then use her as the ammunition for the rock attack on the giant ape stats.
I can make my own ammunition if need be.
So that's and you're taking no action or dodge action.
No, I used my action to make a wisdom saving throw.
Excellent. That's an action, is it? Excellent.
Yeah, I failed, so I'm still
Okay.
dancing.
All right, Aldrich.
Can I see this chick?
Yeah, you can.
Going to do Tola Dead on her.
All right. They are reduced back. Even with a pass save, they'd still be on. They're now dying again.
Then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon next to the orc.
Right. The spiritual weapon attacks immediately.
Oh, that crit. Beautiful. I love you, Aldrich. $17. Good damage. Good. Save me.
Crunch. She is like swaying, wildly, recklessly weaving, and she looks like she's about to collapse for the last time in her life. Arla is hanging on.
I sort of dab in the direction of the yawning portal as I'm dancing.
My daughter would love you, man. I'm gonna tell her about the giant ape that dabbed in the dungeon. She's gonna love that so much, man.
I guess I'm like trying to communicate to Fala in the only way I can at the moment, and I'm like dabbing in that direction, like go in that direction, dab.
You look down at her, and she is stable. She is dying, unfortunately.
She had 8 HP.
Yeah, then she lost 18.
Yeah, I did 18.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
Even if she
Aldrich
passes,
just,
it'd still be 0.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Aldrich just went boss mode. He did big hits on her and on the just attacking me at the same time.
I didn't give her a saving throw because I thought it was half damage, but it's not. So here we go. Saving throw. 15 won't do it on Aldrich, will it?
It
It's
will.
equal,
It does.
so
DC 15.
So yeah, they see the dab, and they nod frantically. 15 foot of movement to get up, and then they run 45 feet away.
Fucking treacherous bastards, Evram.
I dab in relief.
Fucking hell. Alright, I'm gonna just wheel around this dwarf. And getting to this point, I'm gonna take out one of the more potent vials of acid that I have on my person. I'm gonna lob it into the room he came out of, point at it, and then using a 3rd level spell slot, fling it back at this dwarf. So it's a DC 16 save against the catapult spell.
Yeah, that's dexterity, right?
That's right.
Cool.
Nice. Alright, so it's 5d8 from the spell, and then 4d6 from the acid.
I never thought of doing that.
He just fucking bungeed a vial of acid, threw it in one direction, and shot straight back at it.
As her face is eaten away by the acid, blinding her in one eye, she squeals and promises that when she's done with you, she's taking the fight to Manchun.
I look forward to sending you to your god. And that's my turn.
She knows fear. You saved a life today, Ash.
Yeah. I'm a good person. So I'm going to you, Shillelagh, and my somebody else.
Yeah.
Mention me. That'll be it for my turn.
Beautiful. Lucius, you can see that the dwarf is preparing to cast another spell.
I'm stunned. I can't do shit. All I can see is that Aldrich is my friend, and Aldrich is trying to save me while everyone else is running off after the dwarf.
Alright. Then what can you do?
Nothing. I'm stunned. I can do nothing.
I know it was like a rhetorical question. What can you do? As she raises up her hands. What? Is there no? Is there? Let's invent one. How does mass cure wounds work? I don't want to do a mass inflict wound, and that's what she's got.
Mass cure wounds is like a 30-foot range around you.
Mass inflict wounds would be like a 7th level spell because of how much damage it does.
So isn't there one? There used to be a mass inflict wounds. I thought that's what she has, but she has mass cure wounds. How lame. How very, very lame.
Feel free to make up your own spell. Go for it.
Yeah,
Not that one.
That's what we're making up. Okay, so mass inflict wounds. So this is going to be damage rather than curing in 30-foot range.
Just so you know, this will be canon after you use it.
Exactly. All right, so 12 points of damage in a 30-foot range, and she curses Bane's. Bane, where is your strength? I need you now. That was weak. And
Is there a save on that or no?
there's no save. 12 points.
Is it
That's 60
necrotic?
foot, actually.
What
It is
heck?
necrotic.
No save. But even inflict wounds has an attack
does it?
roll.
Yeah, good call. Yeah. Look, we'll just work with it now, and you know, like we can deal with that later.
Okay.
This is a spell Aldrich is going to get after this combat.
Pretty much.
12 points from the
She pulls out a scroll, a unique netherese scroll, and reads
Yeah, of course.
mass inflict wounds, and she says, thankfully I scoured Anarok before coming here on my way along the Black Road and found this rare, unique scroll of mass inflict wounds.
So, new quest. We're going to Anarok to get that.
There we go.
Yep.
There you go. You gotta find a ream. If you can find a ream, you'll find the girl. Yeah. Moving right along, Lucius. Their life is draining away from you. But Yaga is in front of you and she is swaying, like fumbling. Her face is busted up and she just looks like she's on the verge. You can almost see the Grim Reaper hovering above her. What do you do?
Not my go.
Oh, it's not your go. It's Istrid's go. It's Davil's go. Excellent, Davil. Thank you for that. All right, Davil comes out and sees that that Manshoon's child is engaged with Istrid Horn, and cast polymorph on you, turning you into the worm that you are.
I can maintaining eye contact with this dwarf and hearing the verbal components of this spell going off. Hold out my right hand and again use my reaction to counterspell.
It's a 4th level spell, I believe.
Cool. So it's 10 plus the spell's level. Otherwise, if it's like if it's above 3rd, isn't it?
Oh, this is the unwilling spell. Yeah. Sorry, say that again. Sorry.
So the DC is 10 plus the spell's level to counterspell, I think.
To counterspell, yes, it's an ability check, not a.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Right, so you make an intelligence roll
just-
rather than an arcana check or whatever. Is that
Okay. I think that might be the
an
case.
ability check? Yeah. So D20 plus your intelligence mod.
Oh man. Okay. Sweet.
All right. Do you have inspiration?
I am going to use it.
All right. All right, and the
That's better.
spell vanishes. You feel yourself turning into a worm. How do you prevent this magic from taking hold?
I like to think that I've got enough of a understanding of it to almost like grab the flow of the energy coming towards me and just send it elsewhere, as just through the manipulation of my hand. Grab a hold of it, streaking through the air, and just see you later.
Excellent. Viagra swings her axe at the vulnerable wizard that's in front of her. Why? Oh, but you're stunned, aren't you?
No, I think there's the stun wear off at the end of the turn.
At the end of his turn, yeah. At the end of.
So I don't think Lucius would be stunned at this point.
Yeah.
Is it the end of my turn or hers?
Yeah, the end of your turn, yeah.
See how that misses then.
She takes she wildly swings again, regretting not attacking recklessly the first.
I'm unconscious.
Just breaks the body as you hit the wall and slide into the ground. She roars at you and rushes towards Aldrich. Orbit. Woo. Dexterity. And she's fighting for her life at this point. But roll for damage. Oh no, it's an automatic. It's a miss, isn't it? Yeah, it's all or nothing. So fighting for her life at this stage, she blocks the ray with the blade of her axe. It turns cold. She looks around and gives it all to Aldrich. But you see one of your companions, or you don't have a very good look at it at all, behind pillars that almost block your entire view. Adrastia, it's very difficult for you to see what's going on up there.
Right. I'm gonna move up to this pillar. Oh, that blocks my movement. There we go. To this pillar here. Can I see clearly from here?
Yeah, you can.
Alright, and I'm just outside the range of Ash's light. So I'm gonna shoot 2 advantage shots into the back of Yagra's back.
Alright. I do the first one. Because if it hits, yeah, she's down, and that's the end. She collapses into Aldrich's arms and looks up and says something garbled.
Just to her back. Alright, and
you still have your
still have
movement.
an attack left.
Yeah, that's right.
But if you attack a target and the first attack takes them down,
you can move it to a different one. You can attack someone else. Yeah.
Alright, then with my second attack, I'll throw it at the dwarf, the sandwich between Ash and Sanj.
Alright, fighting 2 opponents, both of whom are bigger than her, but far less armored.
Yeah, does that give me disadvantage on that because of the Ash blocking me?
No, it gives her an armor class advantage though, so she'll have an extra 2 to her armor class, raising it. That's not going to do it. Your crossbow bolt flies in between the melee and the 8.
So as Davil casts his polymorph and gets summarily counterspelled, I regain my movement.
Beautiful.
And I let out a big roar as I rush towards Davil. And with one hand, I grab him and push him to the ground.
You have disadvantage due to the tight space.
Okay.
And he nimbly tumbles out of the way.
Does he though?
And it's an athletics roll rather than an attack, right? Yeah, cool. Let's see.
I'm using the shove action to shove him prone if I can.
Cool. So he makes an acrobatics roll, or does it have to be a strength?
Acrobatics or athletics.
Yeah, cool. And no, absolutely not. He dodges around, nimbly jumping to and fro, cartwheeling, and then gets slammed onto the ground.
And then
Bam!
with my attack, I will attack with advantage with my fist into his face.
Boos. The two fists together like a hammer. Crunch. That hits. That's a hit. Bam! His beautiful face is broke.
Disadvantage though? Or would it just be 10?
No, because I shoved him prone. I'm
Yeah,
attacking with
you
advantage.
disadvantage for the squeeze.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So it's a miss.
Fair enough.
Yeah, disadvantage due to the tight corridor. Aldrich.
I'm gonna move the spiritual weapon next to the dwarf and attack him with it.
It's a woman, okay?
Then
There's no such thing as a woman dwarf.
Now even I'm offended.
Then I'm going to attack the dwarf with the chain of command. Does that hit?
Aid, help me! It does indeed.
And then I'm going to use Touch of Death to do an extra 19 necrotic damage, so 14 and then 19.
She's looking really weathered. Still fighting on, but her lips are suddenly splitting and parched, and her thick, lustrous black hair turns grey, and wrinkles form underneath her eyes, and flesh rots away, revealing some of the bone beneath. Dust. Fala! Run, Fala! Run! Where's that secret door? Find the secret door, Fala!
Okay. Am I able to draw sight to Davil, where I am at the moment? I assume not, given that there's a big bloody gorilla in the way.
You can see him a little bit, like, he has considerable cover, so maybe +5 to his armor class, but you can still see him.
Yeah, provided I can see him, that's cool. I'm gonna use.
Well, we've
6
established that I have a tiny penis, so you can look through my legs.
Exactly.
Yeah, and in that space, given that I
Violent.
can see him, yeah, I'm gonna procure the wand of magic missile and let go 6 of the charges.
Done.
So what did we say it was the first time? Because the first charge is 3 missiles, and then it's a missile for every charge after that. So
That's right.
Eight,
So
eight
eight.
missiles.
Yeah.
So it's
8d4 plus 8?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right.
Cool. And then with that done, I'm gonna move down next to Eldritch here. And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna Misty Step in the direction that Fala went.
Alright.
So what's that? 30. Just here. And then that's turn.
Ash. Oh.
Yep. I'm going to take my quarterstaff. Just try and club her in the face.
Bam. It's a primitive way of fighting, but it's effective.
Okay. And then I will go and cast Healing Word on Lucius.
Oh.
Where's there it is.
Back in the world. And just in time, too. You're lying on the ground in tremendous pain, having just been headbutted and brutally wounded. Like, you look down and you've got this gaping axe wound, like some raider from Rormathir or some barbarian tribe in Dambrath.
I'm going to Misty Step up to my feet. And then dash.
Good. Alright. Istradorn!
At the start of her turn, I'd like to use a reaction.
Okay.
For, this one.
So con save.
Yep.
Can't take it. Oh, that'll do it. So she looks at you, Ash, and she prepares to cast a spell that will send you to another plane. But it dies on them. Devil. He's panicking at this point. He's panicking. I know. How about invisibility? What a great idea. Alright, he's gone, and therefore, like, you can cut off the chase, like, he's gone. That's the end. You can make an attack of opportunity if you wish at disadvantage, Mr. 8.
Sure, I will take that attack.
You swipe at thin air. And he's gotten away, so I guess that's the end of it. Oh no, Yagra's still... Is she up or not? I can't tell.
Yagra was
She
down,
Just dead.
went down.
but
Oh, yeah.
Istrid is still up. Is she not?
No, Istrid's down now.
Okay, then yeah, everyone's down. They're all gone.
Alright. So as we know, Vala has we'll stay in initiative now. It's just as easy. Orbit, any plans?
Dashing up to here.
At Astria?
I'm gonna move up to Yagra's corpse and just check out this tunnel real quick.
Check out what, sorry?
The tunnel, just see if I can see anything down that tunnel.
Oh, right, yeah. There's a glowing purple light coming from down there.
I'll just I was gonna say I'm gonna ready my action for anything that might come down the tunnel, but then I'll consider the kind of character I'm playing, and I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna execute Yagra.
Alright, she is dead.
I guess I'll describe that as
Please.
putting my foot on her chest and putting the crossbow point blank range to her forehead, and then pulling the trigger.
Nails her to the floor.
Orbit proves. What is orbit?
Any plans, Joanna?
I guess I'm just gonna go out into the hall and slump against the wall, looking a little sad and dejected.
Aldrich?
I'll go here. And he hasn't opened this door yet, right?
That's correct.
So I am going to. I'm gonna cast can I cast
Spiritual Guardians? Everything you have.
that's only to myself. Right? Yeah. I don't know if I should do Guardians of Faith or Spiritual Guards, or if that matters for invisible people.
It does not matter. According to the rules as written.
Cool. I'm happy with if that's what you think. Like, yeah.
I think
yeah.
you're mixing up spells because Spirit Guardians is the AoE, but Guardian of Faith, I think you mentioned, that's an AC boosting one.
Yeah.
I will cast Spirit Guardians right here.
It's on yourself. It's centered on yourself.
Or on myself,
Yeah, it's a 15-foot aura around you.
Yeah.
So basically, all you have to do is follow him, or be in his general vicinity, and he'll take damage.
Alright. So, yeah, it's automatic damage, right? There's no saving throw?
Saving throw.
Oh, there is
Wisdom
saving throw.
saving? Yeah,
Cool.
wisdom saving.
You won't find
Okay.
spells that do damage without saving throws.
Rightio.
Well, I also, I guess, moved the spiritual weapon next to me.
If he took damage from that, he also needs to make a concentration save on invisibility.
Good call. Hanging on. Alright, Fala. Runs. Fala run. Run, Fala run. Yeah. The Fala runs towards the bucket, and you, Sanj and Lucius would hear them calling out, "Send down the bucket! I have my gold! Send it down the bucket!"
Alright, I'm going to take a moment here to cast Expeditious Retreat upon myself, and doing so, I'm going to funnel a bit of that magic into the Transmuter Stone, giving myself an extra 10 feet of movement.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move the 40 feet. Well, that's 35, 40. Casting the spell gives me a bonus action dash.
Yeah.
So I'll dash. What is this? We go 10, 20, 30, 40 to here. And remembering which direction the exit is, Dan.
Yeah, it's between. Can you see those shields? It's between the shields.
Sorry, is this like a door?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's,
Okay,
it's
sure.
not on the map, but it's there.
Okay, great. In that case, I'll go on extra. So then, and then dashing as an action that's 15 feet to then open the door.
Excellent. It's part of your movement, and it's unlocked, so it opens immediately, and I'll place you on the other side.
Great. So that's 15 feet, and then I have, what's that? 10. 20 is 35. Is 40 there, I believe it is. And that's turn, because that's movement bonus and dash.
Are you able to see them from where you are?
Right now, yes, I can see Fala.
Thought you'd be able to. So they're waiting at the bottom of the portal. There's no sign of the bucket. You can hear it. Click, 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 click. Sounds like it's about, 75 feet away.
I'm going to call out.
She's not gone anywhere for another 2 or 3 rounds at least.
Going somewhere, and that's my turn.
Right, Ash.
I'm thinking that everything is done and there's no real reason to murder these people. We'll just kind of walk forward.
Perhaps you're right. Alright. Yes.
Does everyone pick up the fucking dragon and head to the entrance? We're having words the moment we get out of here. And I'll dash action. To the open door.
Excellent. And I'll paste you over on the other side. Istrid Horn, not doing well, explaining to Bane why she failed. Devil's Castle, doing a little bit better than Istrid Horn. He makes a run for it. And so he runs 1, 2, 5, opens the door, which I'll open in a sec. It goes through it and keeps running.
His speed was half to Spirit Guardian.
I did not realise that. Well, he would have made it just past the door would have been opened, and that's that's where we are. Alright, Yagra's dead.
Orbit dashed up to here.
Great, Adestria.
Alright, I might add that was pretty sad for me in a way, because I kind of in the other game I kind of liked Yagra. How forward she was and whatnot. But this is not that game.
It's not that.
And I'm gonna say Adrasti has gone into a little bit of a blood frenzy here. You know, old habits die hard, being a drow and all. So she's gonna run to the body of Istrid. I assume this is Istrid.
Yeah.
And execute her as well.
Alright, she looks up at you with half open eyes.
Alright, I'll describe it then. And for this particular horrible thing I'm about to do, Adrastia drops her crossbow on the floor, draws her rapier, and places it to her throat. It's one of those rapiers with the sharpened edges. And then looking into her half-opened eyes, slashes across wickedly as her blood just sprays all over her body. And she says, "Glory to the Queen of Spiders!"
Manshoon's puppet.
I sort of slowly walk towards the dragon, pushing Adraste aside, pick it up, and start looking back.
Yagra's lifeless eyes look up at you. He has a kind of grin on him.
Start dragging it.
Hold it.
I'm gonna go. If I am in range, Spirit Guardian.
Damage is automatic, right?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
There it is. Wisdom save.
It's half damage.
Alright, yeah. Lights on.
And a concentration check.
The will to survive is strong in this.
And I'm going to it's hard to decide. At the end of this, right here, I'm gonna cast Guardian of Faith.
Oh, that's the one you meant.
Dexterity save?
Yeah.
I just realised Davil's cheating. He's got like good saving throws for Dex and Con. Who gets that? No one gets that.
Yeah, that's like 2 main saves. No one gets that.
So he still takes 10 radiant damage, even on a save. And yeah, technically, that'll only hit him at the start of his turn, not on Aldrich's turn.
Okay. Alright, Fala. The silver cloaks! The silver cloaks are after me! They're gonna murder me! Oh no! If you want the rope, you need gold, not silver! They don't give you silver for rope, I want gold and I'll throw the rope! As the silver cloaks are gonna murder me! You know the rules!
Giving Dernan a generous tip on the way up.
Okay, so I'm gonna move, what's that, 5, 10, 15. Pointing the wand of magic missiles again at Fala, I'm gonna ask, surrender and comply, or I will send you to your maker. I warn you, Fala, I'm not kidding. And I'm gonna hold a charge of the wand.
Why?
If she does not kind of lay down arms and just surrender.
Well, why Manchun? Of all the factions you could support, Manchun, he serves only himself. He has no interest in helping any of you.
I said before, and I will say again, I owe you nothing of an explanation. Comply, or meet your end.
You see yourself as some supervillain in the making, don't you? Yes, you think you're going to be so powerful when you hold Waterdeep in your grasp. Oh, the Hidden Lord Sanj, you think it has such a nice ring to it, don't you?
Hear me now,
they fall
Father.
to their knees.
Hear me now. I will become the greatest wizard the city has ever seen.
They tremble.
Cool. And that's, yeah, provided they comply, I will just keep the wand at the ready and call back to the party. It's all under control here.
So you don't have a ready to action, do you? You've just got the one pointer. As a threat.
I mean, if I can ready the wand to,
you can. It chooses the charges though.
Oh, I see. Okay. In that case, no, I won't ready the action. I'll just use it as a means of intimidation, I suppose. But yeah.
That's. I know.
Did Lucius hear that you're going to be the greatest wizard?
Give it a second.
I would have. That would have been very not hush hush, but directly to Fala rather than like pronouncing it for the whole of
Yeah,
the first level of Undermountain.
I'm in the same room as you. I'm just
Yeah.
directly behind the corner.
There's only
good.
one other
Okay.
person who would have heard that, and that's gonna be Lucius. That's
Perfect. No, excellent. That's great.
It is good. Yeah, it is.
Oh, come on, Zevram. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Keep walking forward. Come on, boy. You can do it, boy. Grab the dragon. Let's go. Let's walk up to here.
Alrighty. You're pretty ragged, Lucius. Like, you still got this massive freaking wound hanging out of you. And like,
I'm well aware. Second greatest, and I cast magic mess up. Non-lethal if possible, but if not, on her.
Okay.
a non-lethal. I'll say you can knock them comatose. Yeah,
If possible, I mean, it's kind of like, it's force, I'm figuring it's like bludgeoning her unconscious. But if that's not possible, he's perfectly happy to put her down right. He kind of gets pissed when someone lodges a great axe in his chest.
Assume that it is. Bam! You knocked them comatose.
They've been knocked down 3 times this combat.
Oh, this is only the second.
Oh yeah, that's right. She didn't get knocked down the second time, did she? They. God damn it.
They. Takes us all campaign. You're gonna do this.
I'm tempted to just end her now so we don't have to have this conversation anymore.
It will never rise again. Alright, Devil Starstone takes his damage. And so is he still in half movement?
If he's with
yeah.
Guardians, yes. But now it's the start of his turn. He takes the damage from the Guardian of Faith.
Yeah, that's right.
So, because he made the save, it's still 10 radiant damage, and then there's con save.
He becomes visible as he casts Dominate Person on her.
Oh gosh.
Is there a save?
Wisdom.
Sure is. And he tells you, you are now a slave. Come with me deeper into Undermountain and serve
That's
in all of my will.
Is that a charm spell? Because I have
It is.
the lost.
It is.
Yes!
And you said what kind of save? I'm sorry.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
You were made for this.
Phew.
Oh, I don't
I'm gonna roll inspiration.
Yeah, that's better.
No! 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 What? He 1, 2. He runs. Let's just skip all up to Aldrich. Well, Zavel is running, but he's running in slow motion.
I just let down my concentration for Spirit Guardians, and then I cast Hold Person.
He is. I'm just gonna give him. I thought he's gonna fail, and he's frozen. And as he stands there in the pose of someone striding for their life, a single bead of sweat rolls down his forehead.
I'm gonna smile and just, if I can, I'm gonna just knock him out. And then tie him up if I can. If I can knock him out.
Oh god, you cruel bastard.
Oh. You
Well, I was cruel executing these people, but you're
No,
probably got some people far worse.
Executing them is kind compared. Are you bringing him with you while he's tied up?
I'm going to just leave him right there, and then I'm gonna close this door.
Yeah, executing them was kind compared to what he just did.
Just be unable to move as the carrion crawlers feast on him.
Oh, it would be that bad.
So he's unconscious and tied up, right?
Yes. And I'm going to actually, before I leave that room, search his body real quick to see if he needs anything.
Yeah, he does. His sword is a rapier that appears to be of the elven style from the height of their society. He has a set of chainmail which gleams with such a sparkle that it looks like it might be made of pure silver. His fiddle was quite nice and brand new, would probably cost quite a lot. His clothing is of remarkable make and would be fit for most noble balls. He has a ring on his finger and an amethyst amulet around his neck, a purse, a potion, and a scroll.
I'll take all those things. I'm gonna rip up his clothing. I'm gonna gag him in the mouth and then kind of make like a makeshift hood out of his shirt, and then tie the rope around his neck, and then hog tie his arms and hands. So he's blind, he can't see, and he can't move.
No worry.
I no longer feel bad about executing those people. I've just been one-upped.
And then I'm gonna close the door and then go away.
You hear a skittering sound in the distance.
Oh no. So, we're heroes, guys, right? we're heroes.
Are we the good guys?
As far as I'm concerned, they're fucking murdering bastards that just tried to kill us as well, so... As much as I almost sympathize with them because Aldrich, I don't.
Since on topic of looting, I guess I'll inspect what my 2 sacrificial offerings to Loth have on.
Sure, we'll start with you.
I'll cast Gaseous Form on Zevram and the monkey and the dragon.
I give you a sad look as I turn to Mist.
Is
You
a
can go
is
straight
a-
up now too, right?
yeah, he can. Is the bucket down here yet?
It's on its way. It's about halfway, yeah.
So I'll start floating up, and assuming I get to the top, I'll float out the window or door.
We'll deal with that, because you only move it, like, I think 10 feet around, so it's going to take you
Yeah,
10 rounds to get up there.
riding the bucket will probably get up there about the
Yeah.
same time as him.
That's right. Alright, so yeah, you plunder the High Fork. She has a great axe, some hide armor, both of which are manufactured locally, a dagger as well. Dungeoneer's pack can be found from the Dungeoneer store down in the market. Make a religion check.
Okay. Religion check.
And she has a bronze and garnet sigil. Might be like religious, who knows. She's got a flower, which is pretty much destroyed. A little purse and a healing potion.
Yeah, so I guess I'll take the purse and the healing potion. And I guess the sigil as well. And that's about it, really. I'm not going to strip her of everything. It's not like I'm not seeing it as this kind of role-playing game where I have to steal everything that somebody has, like down to their shoes.
It's not Skyrim.
It's up to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's totally up to you. Like, the party that does sort of thing gets known as the party that does that sort of thing, you know? Oh, those guys, the ones who steal the socks from goblins. Yeah.
I guess I'll give you a copper for that sock.
To get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, what about Istrid?
and finally the dwarf. She has a massive black obsidian maul. The robes that she wears are threaded with gold. She has a ring that is gold and has some large jewel in it, or a ring that is gold and has another large jewel in it. She's got some powdered substance which could be diamonds, a priest pack, a potion of healing, a purse that is fat. Yeah, and her plate armor.
Right, then I guess the purse and the healing potion again. The I can't remember exactly what she had.
So we got
Like more.
Yep, an obsidian maul, some set of plate armor, some robes, a pair of rings, a pouch of crushed diamond, and that's about it.
The crushed diamond, the rings, and is there anything special about the mace apart from looking black and obsidian?
You got no
Does it
idea.
look valuable?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I'll take it just in case.
Yeah. Sorry, what else that I haven't written down? That did you take?
Oh, the rings and the mace.
Yep, cool.
I'd be here like 10-20 minutes trying to take the plate armor off of her. I'm not so desperate for cash that I'd do that. Platinum key. Did you mention a platinum key?
It's inside the pouch.
Ah, okay. I guess I'll take the diamond dust as well, and that's it.
Alright.
And make a note of these things and add them to my inventory when I get the opportunity.
No worries. I don't think I posted Dabble stuff that you took, did you? So you took the he had a sword, some chainmail, an adventurer's pack, a fiddle, some clothing, 2 rings and a purse, a potion and a scroll.
It wasn't me looting him, I don't think.
No.
I'm gonna cast Animate Dead on the orc.
Yagra.
Yeah.
Yep.
And actually, I'm gonna do a higher level, so I'll do it at level 4 and do Animate Dead on both of them as zombies. And then I'm gonna issue the command, watch the elf and make sure he doesn't escape.
Okay.
In the other room. And
No problem.
that's it.
So what gear are you going to take out of the stuff that I said? A sword, armor, adventurer's pack, fiddle, clothing, 2 rings, purse, potion, and scroll. What are you taking?
Oh, from the elf?
From the elf. Yeah, I just need to have it recorded. I think.
I'll take everything.
Cool, but you cut up his clothing. What about his armor?
Oh, his armor, yeah, I'll take everything besides his armor.
Make sure to write it down then.
Okay. And is he the second one?
Yeah, because I'm still not even sure what you're taking. So tell me again what you're taking. Everything except for what?
I'll take everything except for his armor. So is he the Nightbringer Platinum Key?
No. I haven't written it down. That's why I'm trying to establish it so I can write it in.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take everything besides his armor.
Okay, cool. All right.
Don't. Okay, guys, I can see you're walking off. You don't know where you're going.
Yeah, we don't know how to get to where you are.
All right. That's it. All right. So by the time you get back together, the bucket has arrived at the base of the.
I'm going to raise an eyebrow as I notice that they are unconscious and not dead. Surprised that the party let them live.
I'm just gonna put a gold coin in the bucket.
It starts going back up again.
You intend to take this one alive, do you?
I couldn't care less. She's not coming up with us.
I see. Why do you let her live? If that is the case.
I did not want to act out of haste prior to the rest of you joining us all here, so that we might decide on her fate together, rather than
Her
take
fate
action.
matters not to me.
Apparently, it doesn't matter much to any of us. So, I mean, yeah.
Do we want to question her?
Might be worthwhile.
Oh, what can she tell us now? What would she tell us?
Well,
Nothing. The Dim Raiders are done.
then her life is forfeit. Have it done with, and let's be out of here.
Gonna look to the party to see if anybody's gonna do it. I've already taken 2 lives.
I mean, that said, she is at present. Well, they are at present defenseless. We've acted out of self-defense.
She was never a threat to us.
Nor is she
A
now.
distraction.
Yeah.
I'm gonna search her. Does she have any, like, coin purse or anything?
Yeah. In fact, she has a bandolier, so she's got a quarterstaff and a dungeoneer's pack. Clothing that's suitable for running around in dungeons with. Got a bandolier, and that bandolier is linked with potions. She also has a purse.
With potions?
Yeah, like the bandolier has 6 potions on it. It's a potion bandolier.
I'll take the whole bandolier and the coin purse.
The purse has an iron key in it.
Any gold?
Yeah, a bit of gold.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter what happens to her. Like Ash said, she's not a threat to us, but she's not coming up with us either.
Would you like to leave her here then?
Why not?
Alright, that settles it. One less life on our hands if we not decided to kill her.
Before I go up, I'll leave a gold on her person so she can get in the bucket. She does.
Why? Why? I took her coin purse for good reason. Why would you give her a gold?
I'd like to do it stealthily as well.
I feel like Ash is like the Lorvan of this party.
I'm really not.
You
I
know?
stop being mean for no reason.
Yeah, You're the only one I've seen do benevolent acts.
I also have just straight up murdered people too, though. So
We're all pieces of work.
yeah.
You could say that, yeah. Well, I think that concludes our business down here, is that right? Let's be on our way. I would very much like to take a bath and return to my books.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I nod
think
in
it's-
agreement as my clothes are dripping with crimson and gore.
I think it would be best for all of us to get out of this maddening dungeon. Clear our heads a little bit.
I think so. The lack of natural light down here is, well, suffocating.
Speak for yourselves.
I meant no offense, of course.
None taken.
The bucket has arrived. And one by one, yeah. One by one. I suppose, it's going to be pretty dramatic how we get in there. So, someone's carrying the dragon, and that person's in gaseous form, correct?
Yeah.
Right, and it's not so dramatic, huh? You might arrive one by one, but, oops.
Don't we want to brag
Sure.
about how we killed a
Yeah.
dragon?
Sorry. Pressed the wrong button. Feel like a TJ the fuck. Alright. And, so what were you saying? I didn't hear you. My ears just got blasted with YouTube at full.
Oh, didn't we bring the dragon up here partially to brag about it?
We were going to, but Lucius most certainly is not in any mood for that right now.
Okay.
I mean, he just took a great axe to the chest.
Yeah, you might want to get that looked at, my friend. Doesn't look too good.
Did we leave
Take
that?
a look at you.
Did we leave them tied up in the hole, or they just knocked out?
They're all dead.
I don't understand why that doesn't work.
What?
I stopped it, I cleared it, I played it again, it presumed it didn't work. I don't understand really.
You need to
If
clear
you mean
the
the
whole
last
thing.
person.
But I did clear the whole thing.
Yeah, the last
Um,
person, I don't think they're dead, I think they're just unconscious. I don't think they're tied up either.
Yeah, that's what I was referring. Because it's not he, she. It's them. So she's tied, or it's
Yeah.
tied up.
I think so far there's the elf, the Aldrich is like held and then tied up for a terrible death, and then there's they who is just unconscious. I don't think she's tied up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna leave a before I go up a religious symbol of Leviathan or in her lap before I go up.
Beautiful.
I was like, my character's evil, but Aldrich is just evil with a capital E. Well, I don't know I suppose it's all perspective, really. It's like, is he evil? It depends on your point of view.
He doesn't act unless he's provoked. I mean, she tried to murder us. I feel like giving her a gold piece was still being too lenient.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
I
That
fully
was an
expected
ambush,
her to
though.
die Before that, but
Yeah,
Just
that
in
was
case
an
you
ambush
surprise.
that was meant to kill us, wasn't it?
well, not necessarily.
That was definitely meant to kill us. She said she wanted us to die.
Yeah,
After
they-
we provoked her for 5 minutes insulting her.
all I
That
said
she
was
wanted to extract
all
the
I said
answers
was
from my corpse.
exactly all I said was that I didn't want to. I had no reason to explain anything to her, and then
Yeah,
she
we
got all
didn't
aggressive, and
provoke
so we
her.
acted.
We didn't provoke her. She wanted us dead there. That was an ambush set to kill.
I don't know that. I don't know this person at all. I don't know them anything. So I acted accordingly, and then they reacted accordingly, and here we are. That's what happens. It's the way of it. No issue.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
That's not the feeling I got from it, but okay.
It's fine. Trust your feelings. It's okay. We're allowed to disagree. But
Yeah.
I think we'll probably leave the after effects of all that to next session, considering Lucius is going to be really fucking pissed about people helping them while they were trying to kill us.
Are we?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to bring metagaming into it, but she threatened us, and then we went into initiative. You still need to consider that they haven't actually acted yet.
Yeah. That's kind of what
Yeah, but no, I'm looking at it. This is a completely in character the way I'm looking at it. Okay, I'll explain this from Lucius's point of view. Yeah, so we knew that there was a group of Zentarum on the first floor, right? We can agree on that. Groin had told us there's Zentarum on the first floor. There's a group of them. Yeah? We all knew this. What we also knew, that we had come down here to avoid both Manchun and the Doom Raiders because we had set a trap for Zaraj. We had captured Zaraj and handed him over to the Watch. And it's publicly known we got Zaraj arrested. Zaraj being a member of the Doom Raiders, something we also knew. Zaraj was staying in the place that Fala was owning. Therefore, we know there's a connection between them. So when Fala is down there looking for us, saying she's got potions for us, when we know that there's a group of Zentarum down there, we've just sent one of the Doom Raiders to prison, that is a dead obvious sign that she's down there with the Doom Raiders trying to set an ambush to kill us.
Yeah. I'm still not going to kill someone because they've threatened us.
Yeah.
God.
From my character's point of view, as soon as she said, "I'll extract the answers from your corpses," that was it. She basically started the fight at that point.
Yeah, I'm sure we can discuss the morality of it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we probably leave this for next session because everyone has their own reasons, but in character, I feel like we are incredibly split on this issue.
Yeah, well, this makes for good drama then.
Exactly.
You're still having
damn.
trouble with rhythm. I don't know what's going on with it.
I just uninstalled Rhythm, reinstalled it, played it, and it didn't play the right file. I can't work this bot out.
To just
It goes from start to
clear the
finish.
whole thing.
It never clears,
There's got to be a
ever.
command for it.
You had to pick pretty much the worst time and spot for them to ambush us, Arctic. God damn it.
It's a good spot.
It makes so much sense, though, because it's right on the entrance.
Yeah, exactly, that's right, yeah. Like, that's somewhere that I could camp for 24 hours waiting for you to come back.
If we hadn't paid attention, and if we'd forgotten about that secret door, though, that could have gone very, very differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few more missed saves, like if the elf got the dominate person off.
At that point, most of them were dead, and he was separated from everyone. So if the dominate person had gone off, it'd probably be more a case of just Aldrich is gone.
Yeah, well, you would have lost Aldrich, that's right. He would have, been sold to the Dark Elves.
So did we, I don't want to interrupt the discussion, but did we want to resolve what's happening with the dragon? Like, are we taking that back to the tavern? Are we going to start harvesting it?
Well, it's under the effect of gentle repose, so it won't decompose anytime soon. So I'd say once we get up there, we'd go out to the street, we'd get a wagon, put the dragon on the wagon, take it to the tavern, and then bottom floor of the tavern.
So you just walk straight out of the yawning portal without even talking to anyone. Fair enough.
Give Dernan his gold, but I mean, Lucius has just been hacked in the chest with a great axe. He doesn't want to hang around and talk to that tight ass.
There's a priest that leans over and offers you healing. This is the yawning portal.
They might want to speak to us there. Like they might initiate conversation with us.
How much do they charge?
Oh, is it the priest? The priest's name is Obaya Uday, and she's been waiting for you. Did you bring me any magical items?
No.
Then she doesn't heal you.
bitch!
I'll heal you when we get back to the portal. The troll skull.
Lucius is looking at her like, if I had any spell slots left, I'd fireball you two right now. Fucking hell.
The only spell I can cast right now is Healing Word, actually.
Fucking Walker Knights, eh?
Offering the best prices for magic items in town. You don't want to do any business? Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll handle. Well, I think we'll handle the finer details probably next week because that'll take quite a while. Because I mean, we're gonna do armor and downtime and the egg,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
We got multiple spells to copy as well. All that sort of stuff.
So I think the biggest thing that we want to get out of the dragon is the scale mail armor for Ash, right?
Yeah, that's the main thing, but also like cloaks and stuff.
Yeah, we'll only have enough to make like 3 or 4 cloaks. I wouldn't mind a shield, but I can do without if you guys want to just make 4 cloaks.
Well, shield and the cloak are the same, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can make 3 cloaks and then 1 shield and then 1 scale mail out of all the scales and stuff.
So is that what we do? 3 cloaks, 1 shield, 1 scale mail?
That's my suggestion, if anyone has anything else.
Unless someone else wants a shield.
No, that sounds fine.
I don't need anything, technically, because my shit's already +1.
Still pretty good.
Well, the cloak will give you fire resistance.
Is the shield +1?
Yeah, my shield's +1.
No, I'm
No,
asking
the
you.
dragon
The crafted shield.
Does it cost 500 gold pieces to make?
Yeah, 500 gold to make the shield, and then
then it's
advantage.
Ah,
Yeah, it's a +1 shield.
I was gonna ask you, Arctic, so because I am a guild certified armor smith and everything,
Yeah,
smith's tools and all that.
yeah.
If I were to use the fabricate spell, could we save some of the cost? I mean, I'm assuming
No.
most of the cost comes from materials, but
Yeah, no, that's like I'm operating on the assumption that you're working like the gold piece value is kind of like alchemy. It basically disappears. It more or less vanishes. So I don't really see how fabricate could really help. But I might be wrong. But I don't really see it because I kind of like it costs 1,000 gold pieces to manufacture, but with the right ingredients, in this case dragon scales, you're saving 500 gold pieces, and the other 500 gold pieces more or less evaporates to alchemy. It just goes into the transition. It turns from gold into enchantment.
so it's not like a service cost kind of thing. It's,
No, I've assured, like if it was a service cost, the whole thing would be double. It's like the shield is worth say 2,000 gold. You're getting it done for 500 gold because you've got the ingredients and the expertise, and the rest
Alright,
of it.
yeah.
There is a certain amount of gold that just goes to air that you can't avoid.
Oh, there's one more thing we can quickly do this session. Let's find out if we get the egg in one piece. Because I think you said that's a sleight of hand and a survival check, was it?
Oh, yeah, healing, yeah.
Yeah, healing. Yeah, we'd be doing that. At least I'm going to suggest we do that in the morning the next day. Mainly so I can have my portents back.
You've got
But,
gentle repose, so that'll keep it intact overnight.
Yeah, unless
That's what we
anyone's
wanna
in a rush to do it.
Not really.
Take your time with it. It's fine.
Alright, yeah, so you saw them portents, Arctic. I'll be using them on the egg, so as long as someone has a +1 wisdom modifier, we should be able to... Was it 13 or 15?
Probably 15, I can't remember.
It was
I
15.
think they were both 12, wasn't it?
No, it was 15. Just scroll up.
With the egg.
Either way, I mean, Ash and Aldrich, you should both have at least 16 wisdom, right?
Yep.
Well, yeah, I got a 12 and a 20 for portents for the next day,
Okay.
so...
Yeah, I'd offer to do that.
Cool.
So we've got a red dragon egg, now we just need to decide what to do with it.
I make a pretty good
Does
omelet.
just out of curiosity, does anybody react to me when I come up in the bucket? Considering,
Well, I can't really do the reaction because, is that like if we gotta do the reactions, then we do the reactions and we do them next week. Otherwise, we just walk out. Like it's a big scene, so we either do it or we don't. Yeah.
Do you want to just? We'll do that next week.
It's up to you. I don't mind how we do it. I don't mind what we do.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah,
Deal with
let's
any yawning portal events next week.
let's do it. Let's do it for next week because I mean, Lucius is in a bad mood from getting a great axe to the chest. But I mean, if he chugs a healing potion and gets to rub a dragon in Dernan's face, I guess that'll cheer him up.
Do you think Leviatar is proud of me of the elf's death? Because he's either going to get eaten by a carrion crawler, or after 24 hours, the zombies will get out of my control and eat him. So he'll be eaten from his friends.
Well, whatever happened to that other chick that I gave the zombie to?
The priestess of Walking.
Yeah, she's still down there. She's still like eating good food off the table.
Okay. The zombie didn't attack her.
I'm gonna go have
She
a
would have
shower,
destroyed
guys.
it, yeah.
If you're gone by the
Okay.
time I get back, I'll see you guys next week.
See you, mate.
Letter.
Yeah.
What did